But he want to dance and shoot a three. Attack the rim.
But then I let him do that.
Attack and go to the rim.
But he can't.
He can. That nigga got no weakness in his offensive
You're right,
game.
but this is the thing. Yeah. He got to get that ball up, though.
He don't have
and I'm
no
going to tell you
weakness.
what else done. I'm going to tell you. And one of the dudes just got sent home. Yeah, he got sent home.
Oh, yeah, that hurt them big.
That hurt because the other dude ain't playing.
They hurt their depth.
The other dude got hit in the nose. I don't think he playing.
No, he played
tonight.
Oh, he played tonight?
Yeah, he played the other night.
Yeah.
Now, that hurt them because he was actually good and he tall. Small balls is not going to get it done, bro. Period.
Nah. Russ going to be gone.
They can't get rid of Russ. Russ, on the
They gonna
contrary.
trade Russ.
Ain't nobody want Russ, bro.
All right, man. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Cool.
You send us the top?
Oh, we live? Oh, okay. That's your comment.
We back, fellas. What's happening?
What's going on, big homie?
Man, we back, episode 26, season 2. We back ready to break down this good NFL season. NBA playoffs is hot. We got tennis. Man, we got a lot going on, fellas.
You know it, you know it.
What's up with you, Key?
I'm chilling, bro. Gucci. You know, I was in heaven the other day, bro. I was flipping from tennis to basketball to football. I was like, man, I just need a man cave with a TV here, TV there, TV here.
Yeah, you gotta get a TV with the split screen, dog.
Man, I just need like on the wall with four nice flat screens, bro. With all of them right there. You just sitting there with my Tito's in my hand.
It was a good look. I ain't gonna lie. I had the same setup.
Yeah.
It was a good look.
Yeah.
These springs, what's up with you,
man? It's great, man. Sports back on. I mean, I know the COVID looked bad for us early on. Everybody around here crying. Couldn't go on no trips and nothing this summer, but you know
it's rough, though.
Yeah, it was rough. But I think you know, we back in the building. We back getting what we like to do, like to watch, and you know, I just hope that you know they can make this thing work to the end of the year and move forward. Let's keep watching these sports, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one tonight. But we're gonna start with the NFL, man. NFL kicked off last night. What y'all think about Kansas City and Tennessee? I mean, Texans. What y'all think about that game?
I think it was a good game. You know what I'm saying? For the first game, and due to the fact that, you know, they didn't have a preseason, they didn't have a lot of tackling going on, I think the players came out and, you know, did what they can and, you know, started off the season right. From looking at Kansas City, I think they are prime. They getting ready. The mind focus for the rest of the season. I think the Texans going to struggle. It doesn't look good for them.
They need a big time. They miss Hopkins, though.
Oh, yeah. Without question. But when you have bad management with a GM who's, I don't think is a great coach, then those are the things that you have in your organization. And when you have them kind of things going in your organization and you get rid of players because you don't agree with them, but hell, nobody don't agree with everybody they work with, but you still got to work with them and make it happen. Yep. And I think you got rid of Clowney, you got rid of a whole lot of players that could have made.
No, Tunsil's
still on there, but I mean, you got rid of Clowney, you got rid of Hopkins, you got rid of a lot of players that spoke up for themselves. And in this situation, you can't get rid of Deshaun because he speak up for himself. So now, what you gonna do?
Yeah, Deshaun just got that new deal.
Exactly.
So he there for a while.
He there for a minute.
Yep. So what do you think? So Key think this dude was a steal, and your boy Hilaire. What do you think about him?
Key's crazy. Key's crazy. Key's talking that foolishness. You know what? Key talking.
That's an LSU homer?
Yeah, that's an LSU homer move. At the end of the day, this guy has proved that he can play at a high level since he's been at LSU. He played on a high level tonight. He's on a great team. He's on a team where he has a great offensive coordinator and he has a great coach. It's the perfect situation for him.
And I think what helped him too, your boy's sitting out too.
Damian Williams.
Yeah.
So
should have been the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So when he comes back, you got a 1-2 punch. You have two young running backs, and I just think that the kid, the reason why he dropped to 32, is not the fact that he didn't have the skill. It's the fact that he went to the right situation. And sometimes you got to look at that teams. In some cases, they don't need a running back, so he falls into a perfect situation that's going to better him down the road. Because guess what? You're playing with one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Yeah. You're playing with a great offensive mind in Andy Reid, and you got Eric Bieniemy calling the shots with him. Dude, I wouldn't want to be no place else but in Kansas City if I'm a running back.
Yeah. And he get the 50th option on his first round draft.
Exactly.
So, Key, what you thought about the game, bro?
I thought the game was, I want to say the Chiefs picked off where they left off from offensive-wise, man. They was moving it so easy. You can see that Houston really didn't have a deep threat option. You know, I like the running back. The running back they picked up, in the trade. Yeah, he really showed that he can
still do it.
He can do it, carry the load and everything like that. But yeah, man, I still say drafting the LSU running back was a steal, bro. Because Andy Reid went on record and said he think the boy is better than Westbrook, and Westbrook was a monster. For him to come out and say he coached Westbrook to say this kid never even played a down or anything in the NFL is better than Westbrook, bro.
I think that's a bad statement by Andy Reid.
Now I don't know. We got yet to see it because he had a monster game.
So that's my point of saying you make that statement before you
finish his career. Test, he's an offensive dude. Some people just gonna look at talent, and I saw it last year.
Yeah, Andy Reid got an eye for talent.
He got an eye for talent. So for him to say that, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Because not to change subject, when Mark Jackson first said that by Steph and Clay, everybody was like, what? Yeah. What you mean they the greatest shooters of all time?
Right, yeah.
But some people just got an eye for talent. And for him, and that's why I said it was a steal. Not just because he went in the first round. I thought he should have went early. To me, he was the best running back in college last year that can do everything. Dude is a 4-down back. He can block. He can catch out the backfield.
He can punt too.
Hold on. You think he was the what?
I said he a 4-down back.
You think he was the best back in college football?
That does everything. That does a complete back. When I say best, I mean he have no limitation. He a power run up the middle. His speed outside.
So he better than Chubbard?
Than who?
Chubbard. I don't know if I'm mistaken.
Man, I ain't really watch over.
Nobody really watching it.
You better than my boy at Clemson?
Yeah, definitely. He was better. He's better than him.
You tripping.
I'm gonna give you the crickets on that, man. I don't know about all that, kid.
Yeah, better. Watch, like I said, KC had the rookie of the year. The boy will win rookie of the year.
I think he's gonna get so many touches. He's
gonna win rookie of the year. And like you said, he's just like he in this open offense like he was in LSU. So he a quarterback that can spread it, got receivers. He really ain't gonna never see 12, 10 in the box, because you got to worry about them speed outside. So he really gonna be. He fell in the perfect situation, just like you said. And I think that's gonna even open it up even more for him in the NFL, because we ain't even see him on Thursday night even catching out the backfield. They ain't even put that element. They ain't even put that element. Yeah. So watch when the screenplay opened up, him dumping it out, running out the flat. So I think, hey, KC looked good, man. Pat Mahomes really didn't look all too great, but he played well.
Well, I think the reason why he probably didn't look good, I mean, he got a great game as far as touchdowns, and they only had 200-something yards throwing.
Yeah.
Houston, they just wanted him to just run the ball. They ran two safeties high. Yeah. It was like, I'm not letting Tyreek and Mikael Harmon and all them boys get up top. So that's why they probably ran it so much, though. They pounded him, bro.
Yeah,
they pounded him.
And that's what I think going to be the blueprint this year. I think teams going to play that more. We not going to get up the big plays.
Yeah.
Just make you take the short underneath stuff, hoping you make a mistake, just stuff like that. But I don't think nobody. It was a good game plan from the defense. It was just Houston couldn't move the ball on offense.
Yeah, and they couldn't stop the run. So, of course, if Deshaun not getting the touches and getting the plays, of course he's not going to be able to do what he got to do. But I think they got a decent...
And the offensive line, though, they was getting pressure on Deshaun.
They never had a good offensive line.
Yeah,
they never had
the problem.
They never had offensive line.
Bro, how you the GM? This is what I have a problem with coaches. You know your team. You've been in it. Well, how long you been at? 5 years? 4 or 5 years, Bill O'Brien?
That's a good
And
man.
how for 4 or 5 years you don't get no quality linemen?
Yeah.
You know your problems.
You got to draft that, bro.
You know your problems, but you're giving away draft picks for foolishness. You see what I'm saying? You giving away all your draft picks for players who probably is not going to play well with you. You letting people go, you know what I'm saying, that fits your team. Dog, I don't even understand the organization giving him the GM job. Like that, I mean, dude, I just don't see them making the playoffs.
You don't see them making the playoffs?
No,
Wow.
and I don't care how bad that division is.
Wow.
I do not see the Texans making the playoffs. Because number one,
You
you
going
gonna
out
have
for one game?
yes, bruh. Listen, Deshaun got the money. I agree with that. But if you ain't got no offensive line, bruh, and they got a tough 4-game stretch.
They do. They first coming out.
Gone.
Yeah.
Who they got Baltimore next?
Yep.
Dog, that's a loss. That's a loss. I'm gonna tell you that right. They're gonna beat them like they beat them last year when they had new pockets. Dog, it's gonna be a long season. Listen, if Bill O'Brien don't get to the playoffs, I'm firing.
No.
GM and all. I'm getting rid of everything. Like you gotta go.
Yeah, them boys got the Ravens, the Steelers, the Vikings.
Yeah.
Dog, they might start 1-4.
I don't see them starting 0-4. But
Dog, who they gonna beat?
They can beat.
They
the
can beat
Vikings.
Minnesota.
Yeah, they can beat the Vikings.
Big Ben, you don't know what Steelers team gonna show
Yeah,
up.
but by the time the 2 weeks up, they play them on the 3rd game of the season.
They play the Steelers third week.
Okay, by the first 2 weeks, Big Ben should be primed and ready by the 3rd week of the season. Guess what? That offensive line that the Texans got is still there.
I mean,
Guess what? The receivers, they still there. Guess what? You don't have dog. You got 4 injury-prone receivers. 3.
Yeah.
Kenny Stills injury-prone.
Will Fuller nice though.
Will
bro.
Fuller nice, but
If
he
he can
can't
put
stay
together,
healthy.
if he can put together a whole season, dude can easily get
Well,
about
Freddie,
14,
how long we
1500
been saying that
yards.
since he been in the league from Notre Dame?
I get it though, but the boys are talented.
And they got Cook.
And Brandon Cooks been hurt. He done had 6 concussions in what 6
Man, you
years.
slap
He been
it.
playing.
Cooks like your boy Reed for you played for Washington. Man, you slap
Yeah.
that boy in the head too hard as a concussion.
And so it's like you gave Deshaun nothing.
Yeah, he should be hot, dog. Like Deshaun should be hot.
Man, listen.
Sean say my bank account ain't high.
Yeah, but dog, when you gotta retire early,
He's taking a pounding, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the offensive style. Is he holding the ball too long?
He
I don't
wasn't
know.
though. He
Right,
was-
no.
I'm just saying, not so much.
No,
Thursday
yeah,
night,
I
but
agree
in
with that.
general, like his first 3 years,
yeah, he was holding the ball.
he
too
holding
long.
it too long,
He
and
was.
either the plays or the routes are too long. But you need to get the ball, get it out your hand.
But I
Get it
think
out
I
your
think,
coaching.
I think the reason he was holding the ball too long too is because he was looking for
New
offense,
pockets. Yeah.
to get open. He, you know, like you got a weapon like that. Like I'm gonna hold it.
You
for
gonna
a
hold
minute.
it? Is it like
And
AB,
see,
like
yeah.
Brett used to do with AB?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold this drink.
Because
Till AB
any
get open.
minute he can break loose and get open. So I think with him gone, I think you will see the ball coming out of his hand a little more
They
faster.
better make an adjustment.
Yeah, because now you ain't got that big play. They gonna probably design a lot of more quick hitters, kind of like
They need
the
to.
Saints offense.
They need to.
Yeah.
Because dude was taking a pounding, bro. He probably tied for the most sacks in the
Like
NFL in the last 3 years,
You
bro.
gonna be looking like David Carr was.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be like, what was your boy from the Colts, bro, retiring early?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
So I want to we're on this whole social injustice and things like that. What are you guys' thoughts on when the fans boo the players when they locked on to unity?
I'm fired up by this.
Oh, okay. Well, my thing is, bro, I'm not surprised, man. And it shows me they don't have anything to do about the flag, right? Because they said we gonna celebrate coming together for like what's
Unity.
the word? Unity.
Yeah.
And you booed that.
Yeah.
So it's just people in America just want to see the country stay like it is.
Yeah. No.
Black people at this and that, and that's all it showed me. Like no one should have been born because first you're saying it was about the flag,
Yeah.
which we all knew wasn't about the flag,
Yeah.
and then last night the players didn't even take a knee. They locked arms and said we celebrating unity, and you still born. So it just shows me this country, people in this country, not everybody, and it wasn't everybody in the crowd born, but you shouldn't have had not one boo.
Yeah.
Because your gripe was they disrespecting the flag.
Yeah.
So what are your gripe now? Is that I don't care when y'all do. We don't want to hear you say we want unity in this country, and that's all it showed me. You still want racism to exist, and that's all it showed.
You know the sad thing about this. The sad thing about this is people feel, and it's not the country, it's the people in the country, like you said, Key. And the sad thing about this is people think because you have money, you shouldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest problem with fans and people in general, that just because somebody got money, they shouldn't open their mouth about what's going on in their community, what's going on in their household, what's going on around the world.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, when you step out that door in the morning, you go to work, you that color.
Yeah, because money don't change your color. Or when you driving your Benz and the police don't know who you are.
Exactly.
You just another brother.
Exactly. And I think once people realize that you can't change your color.
Yep.
And I think that by them booing the players, it shows that people enjoy being a racist.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
People enjoy being a racist because at the end of the day, you can't change who you are.
Yep.
You can change what you do,
Mm-hmm.
but when you wake up in the morning and look up in that mirror, you that color. You that color to the day you die. And I think a lot of people in this country, including myself and everybody else, need to take a long look at yourself in the mirror, but also look at what pounding in your chest.
Yeah.
And if your heart ain't right, I don't care if you go watch black players, white players. If your heart ain't right, you will never be right.
Yeah, you got that right.
And that's just the bottom line.
Yeah. It was definitely unfortunate, man. I mean, we have to be able to move as a unit, as one race. Like, you know, it's not separation. Last night showed it's bigger than just football.
Exactly.
Right. Let's try to make a movement together. Black, white, Latino, no matter what your ethnic background.
Exactly.
That's what they showed on Thursday night, locking arms, bro. And they ready to go to battle, but they're like, yo, we're gonna lock arms and go for unity. And it's sad that people had to boo. Now it wasn't everybody booing,
Exactly.
but you know, one was too many.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like one boo was way too many, bro. And it's just sad that it just shows we got a long way to go.
Yeah, we ain't came nowhere. I mean, don't get me wrong. Things have changed to where we can go into restaurants, we can go different places now.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is, what's in a person's heart? If you're not willing to change your heart, and you still mad at somebody for the color of their skin, which none of us created.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't make ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I can't understand why people are mad because I didn't create myself. So you got a problem with what you look like because you mad because how I look.
And it's about those people. That's the way they was raised, bro. They parents taught them that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's tough.
And it's sad to say, it's never gonna be 100% on board with this. And that's why I say it's gonna be our kids' generation that change.
Yeah.
Because more likely now their parents not teaching them to see color.
Exactly.
So
no, you see color,
but they see them as equal.
Exactly.
So because you got now like a lot of interracial homes.
Yes.
Either you got a black mother or a black father, you know what I'm saying?
White
Somebody
mother,
or white.
yeah.
So it's gonna, hate to say it, it's gonna be the younger. I forgot what they call that generation. I don't know what it is.
Generation X?
Well, I think the generation now. It's the generation.
Yeah.
Well, what are they? Generation? What's the letter?
I don't know.
I think it's Generation Y, right?
Yeah, I think it might be Y. But you're right.
Y,
The generation
right.
now and
Yeah.
Bryce them generation.
Well, hell,
Y,
these millennials.
Yeah, the new kids they look at it as it's cool to hang out with everybody.
Right. Yeah, they just
I don't
see,
care
they
what
just
they
see,
just
they,
cool.
they just cool. Like I like them, they like them, and because you know now you got a lot of, like you said, parents not teaching. Back in the day, like those people who was born, they moms and dad taught them
Exactly.
to think that way.
Exactly.
And it's kind of like they say, it's hard to teach old dog new tricks, and it shows, bro. And it ain't got nothing to do with the flag. And we all knew that.
Yeah.
When Kaepernick took a knee, that was that was their excuse.
Yeah.
So what is your excuse now?
Yeah, but you know the excuse gonna be, well, they got money. Well, guess what? At the end of the day, just because a person has money, like I said,
But they got
your skin color doesn't change.
But they got kids too, because their kids might not make the NFL
Exactly.
or NBA.
Exactly.
And they out here vulnerable and driving their car. They just, you know what I'm saying? Or they got family members who won't have money.
Yep.
So, and you're right. I mean, just because you got money, that don't change your skin color.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at the end of the day, people need to realize that these guys pay taxes like everybody else.
Yep.
Right.
So they have a right to speak out about their community.
Right.
And then just because and guess what? If you don't want them to speak out, don't go to the game.
Exactly.
Because guess what? The ones who was booing, you were still up in there.
Yeah.
So you was mad when you left home, and you was mad when you got to the game. But guess what? When they start playing, you start cheering.
I can score.
So you can't have it. So
yeah,
it is what
right,
it is.
right. Like you said, you can cheer for me to score a touchdown, but you can't helped me bring, you know,
Unity.
in the world.
Yeah, it was sad, bro. Like it was. And like I say, it wasn't surprising.
Right, it wasn't.
It wasn't surprising, but like, come on, bro.
And then I was kind of mad at the coach, bro, talking about he really ain't hear bulls. Come on, bro. I heard that in my living room.
Who said that?
I think the coach for what Houston.
Yeah,
Talking about Bill O'Brien?
Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
Why he's special anyway? He
I
He on his show
I
bus.
couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what?
You in it?
You heard those 15,000 fans of
Yeah, like, you know, but you know what? I respect somebody him. You know why? I respect that. Because look at all the players that he got rid of.
Man.
Look at everybody he got rid of.
Yeah.
And who stood up for themselves.
Yep, man.
And who said what they had to say. Look, but he can't get rid of Deshaun. That was his problem. Because I'm pretty sure if he wanted to get rid of Deshaun, he probably would have got rid of him and made some dumb stuff. Yeah.
You know, he'd have been fired, boy.
Exactly.
You need a franchise quarterback.
Exactly. Well, I don't call everybody a franchise quarterback.
No, I didn't say everybody. I said
Yeah.
he needed a franchise quarterback.
But at the end of the day, I expect that out of Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
I expect that out of Bill O'Brien.
JD, what's up, bro?
Good to be in the building, man. How you doing?
Yeah, man. So what's your thoughts? I'm going to jump you right into the fire. What's your thoughts on the booing situation when the players joined for unity on the Thursday night game with KC and the
I thought it was tragic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something, but I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I know we all like to think that, you know, as a country we're doing better in life, but I mean, we all know that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
So why even try to front and act like it isn't happening?
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, when you want to support disenfranchised people, which not all, I mean, as a community of black people, we're not all in the same state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we, as a community, we are fighting the same battle.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, being in that situation, I wasn't surprised at all. Seeing the boos, hearing the boos. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we know what it is, and you know, I mean, we're not immune to it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's tragic. It's sad. I'm more impressed with the players for them to still go out there and perform, because they hear them boo when you're trying to do something for a like you said, for their own community, and they turn around and cheer for them when they score touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's a little sad. Like that's like, yo, like, yeah, you're playing now, we're happy. That's sad, bro. Like that, I don't know how you can mentally block that out.
Yeah.
You got to go home with the notion that, man, that is still got to be a part of your psyche.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, that's all they care about.
Yeah.
They don't care that you
entertain us.
They don't care about your family. They don't care about your friends. They don't care about
care
your
about
community.
you.
They don't care really about you perfectly, right?
Yeah.
But
Long
they
as you-
care. But
Long as
long
you
as
playing
you-
on that field.
Long as you
long as you-
entertain us. That's
long
kind
as
of
you-
like slavery days, right? When they used to sing for them.
No, it ain't kind of like.
That's what it
It's
is.
the modern version of
It's
it.
the modern
Like,
version,
kind of like I was.
They just getting paid now.
But that's the problem that I have with people. Well, they getting paid, so they shouldn't say nothing. They making all this money. Well, guess what? You have politicians making a rack of money. You have CEOs making a rack of money. They can speak out on their community. Why these dudes can't? Because they're making millions? Who cares?
But I was thinking about this, and I had this conversation with a friend of mine earlier. It's not even just. I mean, just think about that aspect of it. And these guys actually do make a salary for a living, performing the game that they've been performing since they was kids. But think about the guys in college who are still doing. Also want to take on the
And not getting
same.
paid.
No, but also want to take on the same aspects of trying to elevate their own community as well before they get to the NFL and try to do and play football for a living. But they're trying to do it at the college level. They're also getting the same type of disrespect, right? Like they don't. Nobody cares. And the thing about it is, they're bringing millions of dollars to these universities who are all built off slavery, and now they're utilizing this form of these college kids playing these should be professional sports, but playing these collegiate sports and using it as a modern day way of slavery to still support the foundation of building their school systems. I mean, it's tragic.
Yeah.
It's tragic. And then you got the universities that probably are close to where they live at home, or HBCUs and all the above, who they're not even able to utilize those athletes to build up their communities and build up their school system. So, man, overall, you can see why the HBCUs struggle now, right? And because there's a system built against them, so that they would never be able to stabilize and then move forward and profit. It's sad, bro. I mean, and they just built the system and they manipulate the game, and now you see why they would never let go of it. They would never be able to any other community outside the community that within their own. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that we all wish and hope that it improves in the future, but I don't see it, man.
Yeah. And I was watching Coach Ed from LSU. They do like I follow on social media where they had a press conference, and he was talking about same thing you was talking about, James, like the students, athletes taking a stand and fighting for the same thing, and you have people in the comments saying, if they do this on the field, I'm not watching LSU football anymore. Like, and so right now, like we were saying, this ain't nothing. So this is not about the flag.
No, it's not about
You
that.
don't want to see everybody treated the same in this country. Like, so they good. You not. So when else should they do it? You don't do it while they on the field. So when they gonna get that same exposure or spotlight if I don't do it when the camera's on?
I'm gonna tell you what they need to do. All the college football players like, look, we're not playing. Cause I'm gonna tell you what would have been real crazy if the Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs would have walked off the field. Since y'all want to boo, we're not playing.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. I
That
I was hoping that's what they would have done.
They should do something like
Joe,
that.
I would have walked off the
you
field.
came,
Now what you gonna do?
Kinda.
They really would have booed.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
You're mad. I'm like, and the ones that are mad, so I'm not gonna watch football no more. I'm not gonna watch. But guess what, bro? Don't watch it.
Yeah, and I don't normally comment on stuff like that when I watch it. I had to type something in the comment. Well, don't watch it. We don't care.
Yeah, you gotta be begging you to watch.
You one field we don't need anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, you are doing them a favor by watching.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? If you don't watch, you have millions of other people who
people
gonna
watch.
watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they need to let that go. Like
I
let
had
it go.
to comment and say. And then, and their favorite comeback is, well, y'all don't speak out when it's black on black crime.
Well, you have white. I mean,
You got white, and I said it's white on white crime. It's who you around. It's always the same race people crime. If you live in a neighborhood with white people commit white on white crime.
Exactly.
They just don't label it as white on white crime.
And they don't get exposed like how we get exposed,
Right,
because
right.
we get exposed more than anybody else.
Yes.
They put our stuff on Front Street.
And they love to say that. Well, y'all black on black, y'all killing each other. So when the police do it, I don't see y'all Black Lives Matter.
Man, look.
But yeah, man. So it's definitely, we all agree it was definitely uncalled for, definitely tragic. Let's move on to picking our divisions. So the last 2 years, we've always picked division winners. It's going to be some interesting battles. We're going to start with the AFC, and we're going to start with the AFC East. Who's your pick, Donovan, to come out of the AFC East and why?
New England.
Man, come on, man. Man, seriously?
New England or Buffalo. I'm
Man,
riding with
pick,
New
man,
England.
ain't no either or.
I'm riding with New England.
Driving New England.
I'm riding
Nah,
with
with Hot Boy Cam?
I'm going with Cam. Until somebody beat them, we don't.
Who won the
Buffalo.
division?
New England.
New England been there 12 years,
Listen.
probably.
Yeah.
Until somebody beat them, I'm riding with New England. They still have a coach. They have a quality quarterback. If he's healthy,
Who you gonna
I'm
throw
pretty
to?
sure- Huh?
Who you gonna throw to?
The same receivers that he threw to, that Brady threw to. They went, and he had the same one. Guess what? They went 12-4.
Man.
I'm just saying.
But Brady ain't.
I don't care.
Cam ain't Brady.
I don't care.
Okay, so
They got Belichick. When it comes down to most things, it's gonna come down to coaching and how you play it. And I don't think none of them coaches in the AFC right now is gonna get it done.
But I've never seen Cam had to play this type of style that New England normally play. Brady was always quick passes, get it out. Edelman in the slot, quick passes. I've never seen Cam had to play that type of style.
Cam got something to prove, and he
I'm
knows that he
sure
has
he
something to
do.
prove. And Belichick has something to prove to say, hey, yeah, Brady left, but I can take a quarterback, a quality quarterback, and do the same thing what I did with Brady, and still get these dubs in this division.
And the pick on that, they coaching staff so smart, they not gonna run the same offense
Exactly.
Tom Brady run. They gonna build offense around Cam.
Well, he should. I mean,
Yeah.
Cam ain't the pocket passer that Brady is. So
And you got to think about this: New England is motivated as a team
To
to show people
they
that
more
hey,
than Tom Brady.
despite Tom Brady leaving, we still own this East Division.
All right, so that's your pick.
That's my pick.
Key, what you got?
I'm like you said, man. I think Coach Belichick is on a mission, and he been trying to get rid of
Yeah.
Tom Brady for the last
3
years ago.
Before they even won with it.
Yeah, so he's up, and it ain't like Tom Brady been playing hell of a great quarterback for the last 2 years, bro. He been every year he has been kind of declining, and we done saw Belichick, when Tom Brady was hurt in his prime, would take a quarterback and go 12-4 and win the division.
He did with Matt Castle?
Yeah, so the
They won the
dude.
division. Miami won the division, but they didn't make playoffs this year. But they won 11 games.
They won 11 games. So I'm just saying, so you can see, dude's just a hell of a coach, bro. And I think Cam has a lot to prove. And I think he's motivated, bro. Like, and Cam in great shape, bro. He's been working out all summer. And I just think Cam feels slighted how Carolina did him. And he's ready to show the world he's back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to go with New England, too, to win the division.
JD, what you got, bro?
Man, the Bills, man.
Right.
It's the Bills. They're the better team. They got the better roster.
Yeah.
Their coach is maybe not Bill Belichick, but he's competent. He knows how to coach that team.
Yep.
Their defense is excellent. The only anomaly is Josh Allen. Will he come and be ready to prepare for this season? Is he ready to make that next step? He was probably, out of all the quarterbacks, his passing rating was the lowest of any playoff quarterback. They've averaged 20 points the last 3 or 4 games, so he needs to step his game up. But if they do what they're supposed to do with that defense and with that running game, they're going to win, man. I always laugh when people talk about, like, oh, yeah, Cam working out. And players do work out. That's great. But there's also other players who work out, too. There's also other players who train. There's also other players who work on their craft. I always crack a laugh when people think it's just one player just because he started training this year that he's supposed to be just elite all of a sudden. It takes more.
But you're like, Cam wasn't never elite. You like, Cam was a bum his career.
I never said that.
So you like, this year.
No,
You say, how you made your statement.
No, you said it.
No.
Like Cam working out this year.
No, I say he's
like he didn't work
motivated.
out last year.
No.
No, he didn't work out the year before.
I think it was more.
He's not injured.
I think it was more media driven. Like, all right, Cam working out. He posts a lot of stuff on social media.
It's nothing
just
but
trying to show he's healthy.
Hungry.
Yeah,
He's
but
right.
but he was saying he's motivated
Faded.
to be where Carolina.
When you don't have a job, you should be.
Every
motivated.
player is motivated.
No,
They should. They should.
Every
be.
player should be motivated.
They should be
They
motivated.
should, but they don't mean they are.
Exactly.
We don't know which one's motivated unless they show you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're right, but everybody ain't motivated. Some
But
people
you
get
don't know
comfortable.
that. But you don't
Some
know that
people
unless
get
they
comfortable.
You don't know that until they show you. It's great that Cam was working out harder than normal. But Cam should be working like that all the time.
He probably
If
does,
that's what you
but,
want to be an elite quarterback.
but he probably was. But I'm just saying, he's sending the message like, I'm hungry.
What
Like,
message he sending? Like
to the-
Because
every
he working out.
every
No,
NFL player
no, 'cause-
it has that same frame of mind to a certain degree. If you out here training, you getting your body ready for a season. It's a lot of players who have that same frame of mind. It's not like Cam's the only one. Cam got exposed because the thing about him is he's been hit with a lot of injuries, right? There's never been discussion about Cam as far as how hard he works.
Yep.
They've always said Cam's in there. He's always in the film room. He's always in the gym working out. That's never been Cam's issue. Cam's issues has been injuries, and can he take his game to another level? And his throwing motion, is his throwing motion accurate enough now?
But-
Right? Is it going to be more accurate than it's been in the past?
But my
all that other stuff, man, that's great. That sounds good. That's a feel good story.
But
Will
my-
his throwing motion be more accurate? Can he hit 65%?
But he
of
never was an accurate quarterback. But he
That's
got it
the
done.
problem.
But he got it done. All I'm saying.
What did he
is,
get it done at?
He went to the Super Bowl. Dude,
And he
MVP.
lost.
So what? Everybody don't win the Super Bowl, though.
Now you
No.
saying that now. You
No.
don't say that with the Falcons. Then you don't say that with the Falcons. So I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear no
I'm
more.
just saying.
I don't want to hear no more. Now is everybody get to the Super Bowl.
No, I'm
Like,
just
that's what you said. Am I right?
No, listen.
Am I right?
I said you don't have one.
Am I right? Is that what he said?
I said you
No,
don't have one.
you just said this a minute ago. Everybody get the Super Bowl.
All right, my take from this, right? Bill Belichick just don't give somebody new coming in to be a captain. Like Cam came in and earned being the captain, one of the captains on the football. So to me,
So, but you saying he's in a better position to make himself a more elite quarterback by being with Belichick?
yes, I think that's true.
Ryan Rivera is a great coach.
No. I agree. No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying from Keith's point of view, what he's saying is now that he's in a situation where he has to prove himself all over again. I think he thinks that Belichick will get him over the hump to be that quarterback.
And,
He should.
And this what I'm also saying is, when has a newcomer came in a Bill Belichick system and become the captain?
They know Belichick. It's the players.
They made
It's the players.
But still, for the players to, you knew coming, bro. That don't normally happen. Like a new guy coming into a system, becoming a captain, like the leader. Like that don't normally happen.
Listen, bro. The players respect Cam, right? Like you said, former MVP. He's done a lot in this league, right? So I can see why they made him the captain.
I can't see why, but
I can see why.
This
Like,
is a winning
he's a hard worker.
organization.
It's not about the organization. It's about what can you do to help us win on the field. And you know Cam has done magic out of what Carolina had from a talent standpoint.
With no weapons. Dude ain't never really had
He's
weapons.
had some weapons, right? He's had McCaffrey. He's had Samuel.
No, I'm talking before McCaffrey.
He had Olsen. Olsen was one of the top tight ends in the league.
That's it.
Right?
That's
They
it.
had a top defense.
We're not gonna say Samuels. No,
Samuels is solid, though.
We give him
Olsen,
Olsen.
that's
We
it.
give him Olsen.
Say,
bro, you
And he
put
had Steve
Samuels
Smith
on-
early on. He had Steve Smith early on his career.
Right.
But for real, you don't look at Samuels when you look in the paper and say,
No.
okay, I'm gonna double team this
No,
guy. I'm gonna do this.
No,
I'm
I'm
saying
saying
Olsen.
that's what I'm saying. But when the
He
player,
was in the same situation. What my man is out in Seattle.
Russell.
He's in the same situation.
Yes.
He's in the same situation.
They never gave that boy time.
Outside
Listen,
of Olsen.
say, bro, when you get picked the captains based on the players, they respect Cam, right? So it ain't like Cam got to come in and prove himself. You know he's gonna work hard. You know he's gonna be in that late early. He's gonna put in the work for you to respect him to make him a captain. Though, you know what I'm saying? And plus, you want to make him feel good.
Yeah.
It'll be disrespectful
Man,
for Cam, the quarterback, not to be a captain.
I don't
though.
think
That's just saying this dude don't work. He don't do nothing. We don't respect him.
I don't think Belichick cares about
Joe
making
Burrow
you
is the
feel
captain
good.
for Cincinnati.
But that's Cincinnati.
You know what I'm saying?
We
No, I'm
talking
saying,
about Cincinnati.
but you know,
Are
Joe
you
Burrow
comparing
probably came in.
Cincinnati?
I'm
Are
not
you comparing
comparing.
Cincinnati
All I'm
to
saying
New
is, if your quarterback coming in and put the work in, and your team respect you, you should be the captain
Yeah.
all the time.
But I'm just saying Belichick don't care about no
It ain't about
ego.
Belichick, dog.
It's
Belichick ain't picking the captains.
Nah, the player picked the captain.
The players are. So if the players didn't pick
The
it,
players.
right? So
Yeah, the player picked the captain.
Okay, so who you pick?
all right, so I got Buffalo. I think they just got the better team. I think they got a better defense. Josh Allen played pretty good last year. I think he's going to take the next step. They got a solid running game. They hired one of his guys, Zach Moss.
And then
They got
Stephon Diggs.
Singletary. They got Stephon Diggs. They got John Brown, had over 1,000 yards. Cole Beasley in the slot, still shifty. So I got Buffalo winning that division. So AFC North, who you got, Keon?
Man, y'all tell me on the AFC.
Man, you need to pull up your smartphone.
I'm doing.
Who you got? Buffalo, Cincinnati,
No,
Cleveland,
Buffalo.
or Pittsburgh?
No.
Come on,
It's
man.
not Buffalo, bro.
It's not Buffalo.
It's not Buffalo.
I said my
Cincinnati,
bad.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, come on, man.
Cleveland.
Get your game together, man.
Come on, man. And Baltimore.
Get your
I'm
game
going
together, man.
Baltimore.
So it took you all that to say Baltimore.
I'm going with Baltimore because I think Baltimore is coming back from a letdown. I felt like they really thought, you know what I'm saying, they should have went further than what they did in the off season. I think Lamar got something to prove. He really hadn't played well in the 2 playoff games he done played in. So I like I just like them coming back. They pretty much got the same core coming back. I think they may have added a little more weapons for them, but I'm gonna have to go with Baltimore winning that.
D Springs.
Be more.
All right, James.
It's Baltimore. They're the best team in the division.
Yep. As the people in Baltimore say.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. All right. AFC South. Tennessee, Colts, Jags, or the Texans. D Springs.
This is a toss up for me, but I'm as much as it burns me, because I think Tannehill sucks, but I'm gonna ride with Tennessee winning the division. Defensively, I think they're the best defensive team in the league. I think Tannehill will make enough plays to his wideouts to get them over the hump, and I think Derrick Henry is gonna do what Derrick Henry do.
All right, JD.
Tennessee has the best running game, the best back, and probably the best 2 set of receivers in the
I like the
division.
receivers.
They got really good receivers, man. They got a very
Especially
good
that
tight
one
end.
receiver.
I
AJ
think
Brown.
with the run game and playing behind Davis and AJ Brown, right?
Yeah.
Playing behind the run game, playing behind. If Tannehill just can hit at least 60-65% of his passes, I think they have a good chance of beating this division. I may win this division. Now, I don't want to sleep on the Colts. The Colts is a very good team with a lot of talent. They have a lot of talent.
Oh,
What you think Phillip Rivers gonna do?
I think
But
he
he the
has
X factor. He the X factor.
I think he's going to be the issue. The Colts has the best offensive line.
Yeah, they do.
And they have probably the best D line too in that division. So the Colts is going to be there, but I think it'll be going down between the Titans and the Colts, and the Titans will win.
I got I don't like Tannehill at all.
I just don't, man. I think he's terrible.
But I think Tennessee will win it because of the running game. I think the offensive line is underrated. I think adding Clowney, he helps, but I've never been a big fan of Clowney.
If the Clowney come in and play the Clowney that played at, he didn't have enough injuries and he didn't slack.
But he only had injuries like his first year or so.
No,
the
last couple of years.
So he's been healthy the last 3 or 4.
No, last 2 because the first couple of years he's been hurt. It's the same thing with the ankle. I think if Clowney come in with the attitude that you want to make $15 million and play like a $15 million player that he got,
I need double digits out of him, bro.
Exactly.
I need if I'm Vrabel, he need to motivate him somehow and say, look, as a man, I need double digits out you.
I don't know if he has to motivate him. I mean,
I think he needs some type of motivation.
I don't know if he needs to motivate him because he's always played his best under Vrabel's system. He was a D coordinator at Houston, Texas.
But it's easy to do that when you got J.J. Watt in his prime.
But J.J. Watt was hurt that season.
I'm just saying, both of them played at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So when
J.J.
J.J. was in height,
it was one season
that was last year.
No,
J.J. been hurt the last 2 years.
The last 2 years, he's been hurt out for that remainder of the season. And the year that Javion's best season, career season, happened when
he was in D.C.
When he was in D.C. and when Watt was out.
Yeah.
So that's
what I need. Like, the dude got too much talent to get 3.5 sacks last year. That is embarrassing.
Yeah.
You played 16, and that is embarrassing for a top-level defensive end. Though I don't care if you all getting double teamed.
You got to find a way.
No, you got to find a way. So I think Tennessee will win the division. I just don't believe Texans have enough. Deshaun is going to try, but their receiving core is just going to get hurt. We know Cook's going to get hurt. We know Fuller's going to get hurt. Stills, he's a good, solid dude.
And
for a
Randall Cobb
guy.
maybe get hurt.
I didn't even know Randall Cobb was even playing. Yeah. My boy asked me, he was like, damn, Randall Cobb on the team?
On the team.
And then he caught that little pass. I'm like, damn, that boy on the squad? And Randall Cobb getting these checks, boy. But yeah, I like Tennessee. I'm just not sold on Tannehill, but I think by default, I think they'll be good. AFC West, I think this will be an easy one.
But I ain't even go. Damn.
My bad. I forgot, Keith. Give us your pick. AFC North. AFC South.
AFC South. Now, the thing about Tannehill, he'll have a bad year, then come have a great year. He's been doing that in Miami. 1 year, he'll be almost Pro Bowl.
Terrible.
No, he had some good years in Miami, but every other year, he'll have a good year.
He's solid.
Yeah, so I think San Diego going to be interesting because I think Phillip Rivers now have a line.
What are you talking about, man?
Coach.
Coast. That's what I'm saying. Going to the coast, my bad. Going to the coast, I think, like James said, they got a great offensive line. But I'm going to go with Tennessee because I love their running game, the defense, and the receivers they have. So I'm going to go with Tennessee winning that division.
And it's going to be good. I mean, I think it's going to be, like James said, I think it's going to come down to Indy and Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Texans, it ain't happening. And everybody knows
I ain't ready to count the
Texans
Texans out, yo. It's only one game, but I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Man, listen, Bill O'Brien at the helm, he's been benefited for the past 4 years. Now you done got rid of a lot of your talent, and you thinking that you're going to bring in some dudes that stay injury prone. The offense, nah, bro. It's done. And Jacksonville is Jacksonville. We already know who's being you coming in last.
They competing for your boys from South Carolina.
And you know what? That's the dumbest thing that NFL teams do. Because guess what? When you get a quarterback and you still think he's a franchise quarterback, well, guess what? He turns to doo-doo because guess what? You don't have no players around. And that's crazy that Jacksonville got rid of all their talent to bring a quarterback in that's going to get killed, period.
Look, I'm starting Minshew this week on the coach. Look, I ain't want to start Stafford on Chicago.
Why not?
No, Stafford. Then Galladay out.
Oh.
And
You got Marvin Jones?
Man, come on, bro. Stop.
Marvin Jones, solid receiver.
Man, stop.
All right.
When you only got one receiver,
He
man.
get fantasy points. He gonna get all the points.
Man,
He gonna get all the throws.
I figured Jacksonville gonna be losing, so I figured Gardner Minshew gonna give me something, man. All right, let's move to the AFC West. This should be a pretty easy one. Who we got, Keith? Who you got? Don't ask me who win the AFC West, man.
Tell me NFC West.
Bro, I need you to get it together, man. KC, the Raiders, Chargers, Broncos. I know you ain't thinking this long.
Nah, I'm gonna have to go with KC. I ain't even got
You
to
gonna
KC.
I got KC, dog.
KC?
Now, did you not see? Did you not watch that game?
Yeah.
I mean, the boy only had 217 yards, but he had like three touchdowns.
Yep.
Moved the ball up and down the field. There's the speed, athleticism. Now, here's the thing. I don't think they're going to go 13-3 or 14-2. I think they're going to have some losses down the way. Because I did see some things about their defense that I was like, I'm not sure. I think just didn't get tested by the Texans. But I do feel like they're going to be a tough team to be reckoned with.
And I already know one loss they got coming, but then they got the rookie of the year, so KC.
Are you talking about the Saints?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised that.
It's gonna be a good one, man.
It's gonna be a good one.
I got the Saints all.
It'll be a good
Where they play them at?
In the dome.
In the dome.
So
If we got fans,
you
we
understand
gonna have
that
fans.
shit don't matter. Like, you want to have fans all season.
We gonna have fans.
You don't have fans all
but they're
season.
gonna have fans, limited fans.
It's gonna
week
be
three.
at
Week 3 against Green Bay, they have a limited fans.
Yeah, we gonna
It's
have
gonna
fans.
So we'll see.
It's going to be at 20,000, and it's not going to influence anything.
Say, bro, I really truly think as the season go along,
More
I
fans.
think
They gonna add more
the
people.
states will add more fans.
They will.
It is about the states, and your state is nowhere near
The
that.
Contrell ain't playing.
Yeah.
The governor ain't. I mean, not
But
governor.
when you
the
got
governor
them,
ain't
she ain't
boy.
playing. But when you got them
But
high
Edwards,
ups,
he might.
when you got them high
It don't
ups,
matter.
money,
But you know,
It's all about Edwards, the governor. It's about the governor. I mean,
it's about the governor. It is about her.
You know
It's
what
about
makes
the
it.
city.
You know what's a trip because
It's the governor tell her what to do.
now, I mean, I understand what the governor's saying, but he allowed 25,000 fans in Tiger Stadium, but you don't allow fans in New Orleans.
Well, 25. Tiger Stadium sits 100,000, right? 101.
Saint seats 69.
So it's not.
So you can put 20, just like KC
First
sits
of all,
80,000.
first of all, y'all keep getting it wrong. Actually, the governor isn't who makes that decision.
But he's the governor of the state,
He's the governor of the state.
so he allowed.
How about you
25.
let me finish my statement?
Finish your statement.
Thank you. It's not the governor who makes the decision. It actually is the mayor. Your mayor actually is the one who makes the decision on the capacity of people going to be in it. It's within the mayor requirements, not the governor's requirements.
They gonna put pressure on.
So if your city is not in a phase where they can allow them to have 40, 50,000, 60, 70, 80,000.
Man, they functioning now like
It's
in
not
that
going to
COVID.
work.
They functioning now like
Yeah,
in that
but that's the problem.
That's the problem.
It's gonna be the problem. I think that's a problem across the United States.
No, I agree.
As I'm watching these college games,
20,000
bro,
should be- 20,000
these high
should be-
school games.
I think 20,000 should be the max because you can put 5
That
on
is
one
the
side,
max.
5 and 5 in the top and 5 on
No,
top.
you can
And
spread them
You
out.
can spread them out, and it's
And
easy
some-
to get them out.
But
Some
people
can
gonna do
have
what they
zero
do.
right now. Some
Yeah.
is having
Yeah,
zero.
some people
No
have zero.
fans.
Tomorrow there won't be no stands in the Superdome,
Yeah,
right?
zero.
So it's gonna be zero. So it's like I don't get like if Baton Rouge is a hot step and a jump from New Orleans.
But this is the thing though, Baton Rouge ain't playing to the end of the month.
Yeah, I get it, though, but it's the same thing. Like the
Then
whole
you can make
city's.
that's how you make your
But I
adjustment.
think, yeah, but I just think as the season goes on, I think it'll be more and more.
I'm just saying, but that's one L come for KC when they come to
It's gonna be tough, though.
I don't know about that.
It'll be
We'll get
great
there,
if we
we'll
had
get
the
there.
fans with the noise and you know that.
You act like the fans is the reason why you're gonna win. I was trying to make it sound like
It
to
makes
me.
I'm
a
going
difference.
on talent.
It make it sound like to me like you can't win without them.
But we've been
Like,
known,
that's what it sounds
but it has been known throughout the league
So
from
Kansas
other
City.
teams that the
Kansas City.
fans.
I got Kansas City
Kansas
too.
City.
But I will say this: I think Drew Lock is gonna have a big year.
Who's gonna throw to? Outside
Say,
of
bro,
Jerry?
he got
Sutherland
some.
hurt.
He got
AC
Sutton's
too.
gonna be back, right? He got Fant. They got two-headed running back with Lindsey and Gordon.
Yeah.
Man, they gonna pull away in that division.
They ain't gonna pull away in the dinner, but I think Drew Lock gonna have a pretty good year, bro.
Like second.
I think they're gonna have a pretty good year. All right, so let's move on. NFC East. Kid, you better not ask.
You just asked me first.
I ain't asking you first, but you better not ask.
I mean,
James, who you got NFC East?
Cowboys.
The Cows?
Cowboys got the better team.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think they have the better quarterback. He resides in Philly, but they definitely have the better team. So I don't see anybody going past them. So the Cowboys my pick.
D Springs.
It hurts my heart to say this. I'm a watching a football team fan.
I'm about to say
I know
that.
we're not gonna win the division. I'm ride with Philly.
right, Philly.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys because top to bottom they got a lot of talent, and Dak have won the division two out of the 4 years he been there. So now you gave him more weapons at the receiver position, the running back position. So I think the coach coming over from Green Bay got a lot to prove. He's gonna bring a lot to that system. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I got the Cows too. I think I'm worried about the offensive line with Hendricks being out.
I think defense ain't.
Tyron Smith kind of aging a little bit. Collins is a little banged up. But I just think they got – I'm not going to even say they got too much talent because they've always underachieved. when you got that much talent, you shouldn't be underachieving.
They want to achieve.
But I think they just got enough playmakers, and having McCarthy as the OC, making the calls. I think they got the best top to bottom roster. But I think Philly's gonna push them though. I'm not gonna be surprised about the Daniel Jones and the Giants. Giants may do a little.
Philly gonna beat them.
And I think the Giants gonna have a. I think the Giants
Should
gonna
be,
have a good.
I think Saquon gonna bounce back after
That's
the injury.
Saquon, but I don't think Daniel Jones.
I think Daniel Jones gonna have a good.
He just got to stop the turnovers.
and
That's his problem.
And guess what? When you start doing that early, it follows you. Look at Phillip Rivers. It follows you.
Well, Philip Rivers is old, man. Like, you can't.
I'm talking. It followed him. He used to turn the ball early when he got out to San Diego. He's gonna be the same thing with this dude here. Just tell you.
All right, we're gonna see. So NFC North, Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings. Who you got these friends?
I'm still no matter. I'm going with the Packers. Without receivers, he's been doing it all this time without receivers. I'm going with the Packers.
All right, A-Rod.
Even though I don't like LaFleur, but I'm going with A-Rod.
Okay. Keon, what you got?
Yeah, I gotta go with the Packers. Just Aaron Rodgers, bro, at the helm. I think they messed up not giving him no weapons in the draft, but I don't know if they were thinking, but yeah.
They never gave him any offensive weapons in the draft. Never.
And that's the reason why he don't have another Super Bowl, because they depend on him to do everything. So, but I'm gonna go with the Packers.
JD.
Vikings.
I like that pick.
It's the year. Better running game, better O-line, young cornerbacks will be a problem. We'll see. I think they play week 1.
Yep.
But outside of that, man, I think they have tremendous talent in the front 7. Unfortunately, I think one of the DNs got hurt.
Yeah, Hunter.
So I'm a little bit scary about that. But outside of that, man, I mean, I feel like they got a better team, and I think Cook is going to have prime to have a big year.
I need that.
I think
my
Cook,
fantasy back. Come on, Dalvin.
I think Cook will show that he's the best running back in the NFC. I think he will, because I think this is a big year for him. He's got the new contract. He's settled. I just said he's the best running back in NFC. So, I mean, that means over Zeke. Right?
Wow, okay.
If that means over Zeke, that should tell you. Over Zeke. I think he is.
This beverage?
I thought he was undervalued coming out of college.
Man.
I think he does everything that CMC does. And I think this is...
So you ain't better than let me sip my water on this one, JD.
Sip it.
Okay.
Look at the stats. Outside of his injury season, the kid's
2
been getting
injury
busy.
seasons.
Well,
2.
I mean, AK ain't been that healthy either.
When you talking about
Wait,
it?
We can see it. Yes, he has.
No,
About
AK
to say-
has
you about to-
missed
you
2
about-
games.
No, you about to
last
say
season.
more. You about to say
No,
more.
I thought you said
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey at first. But not.
I can CMC. I think Cook is the best running back in NFC.
You're tripping.
He's going to show it.
You're tripping.
And it's going to be a big season for him. That's
All
why
right.
he got the money he got. And I think the Vikings going to take it home.
So I like the Vikings as well. I need Kirk Cousins to at least approach damn near
That's their
30.
downfall.
Before you keep going,
Yeah.
didn't he run through New Orleans Saints?
He played well against us.
Thank you. That's all I want to hear.
Yeah,
Let's go.
But
Keep going with that comment. Did he not? Did he run a?
No, I'm not about to even debate it.
No, he played well, but Drew Brees.
So all I'm
played
saying,
horrible.
I'm not even
Nah,
about to
Breeze.
debate. That was
Did I
last
ask
season.
you?
I'm
Who
on
played
to the
better
next.
between Breeze
I'm on
and Cook?
to the
No,
next.
I said, did he play well?
Yeah, he
against
played
the
well.
Saints?
I'm on to the next.
That's all I want to hear.
That's what I need out of Cousins to be more consistent, right?
That's why they ain't gonna win.
I need him to be that 30-plus touchdown
When
rate
it's-
every single
Can't
year.
keep the dog new straight.
Right? Like you got 2-headed tight ends. You got Irv Smith Jr. You got.
You talk about Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
I mean, I get it, dog, but it's time for him to start stepping up.
Bro, he ain't
Right?
stepped up
It's time.
Ain't
Right? So I
stepped
think
up
Minnesota
yet.
do have enough talent to beat Green Bay. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a real close division. But I got Minnesota.
Oh, we keeping track of these picks?
I mean, a lot of our picks are
Okay.
damn same, so it ain't too much of hard.
I mean, bro, this is
Because
getting,
I think I'm
this is
winning.
getting recorded.
Okay.
So we can
So
always
you
play that thing
play it
back.
back. And they're like, what do you mean? I'll be keeping track.
Right now,
we know.
because right
You
now
got 2 picks that
I'm
sit
doing
different.
great in the NBA right now. That's all I'm
So,
saying.
all right, we're
I
gonna
don't think
save
so, bro.
Yeah, I
the
think
NFC South for
You're
last.
not. You're
Where
not.
is-
I'm
You
doing great
where?
in the NBA. You're not.
Nah.
We'll get to that in a minute.
You're not.
We're gonna get to that in a minute.
Okay.
So
we
we're gonna
do that well, bro.
I'm doing great.
How? Outside of Boston? The Boston pick?
No, I'm doing great.
He's doing good.
I only
He
lost
had-
one pick.
No, he
Only
had,
lost
no,
one.
no. We picked that and games. And he had picked a couple of games that was
No,
like.
we talking about
yes, he
series
did.
wins.
Hey, man.
He said,
Hold on.
the different
Hold
you're
on,
talking about. He
we
said,
gonna
oh,
get to
that's
the
over
NBA
in
joint.
5.
Hold on.
And what happened?
We gonna
That
get-
thing with the 7.
Hold on.
I want to hear it.
Hold on.
I want to hear it.
Hold on. We gonna
That's why you
get
had to
to
pay me
the
$20.
Let's finish
Who
the
won the
NFL.
Super
That's why you had to pay me $20.
Who won the series?
That's why you had to pay me $20. Did you pay that man?
Let's finish.
Who won the series?
Did you cash out that man?
Ray,
We'll get
finish,
to that.
finish, Ray.
Yes. The answer is yes, he did. Yes, he did.
We gonna get
Would
to
you
the-
like me to show it to you?
We gonna save the NBA for last.
All right, let's go.
So we're
Come
gonna
on,
save
man.
the NFC South for last. So we got two Saints fans, we got Atlanta fans. We're gonna say that for last. NFC West: Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, Seattle. I think this might be the best division in all the NFL. This is gonna be a good one.
I don't know about that one.
All right, you give me your thoughts then.
I don't know if this is the best division.
Who you picking?
Okay. Whew, this
This is a tough
is
one,
a
boy.
burner.
This might be the top to bottom.
This is a burner.
If the Cardinals play ball, no, they got the
This is
top
a
to
burn.
bottom.
Let's
It's
go
probably
tomorrow.
the best
Let's go
division.
tomorrow.
But I'm gonna have to go with Seattle.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with
And
Seattle.
Russ, you trust?
And Russ, I trust, bro. He just, bruh, just get this man. Go get this man Antonio Brown, bro. Go get him. Go Antonio Brown out there, bro. Go get this man Antonio Brown, bro. And the only thing that can hold Seattle back is Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
They hold it, bro. Why do they run the ball so much when you got a quarterback like Russ? Like sometimes he's screaming. I had Russ as a fantasy quarterback last year, bro.
He did
I was
well.
like, what?
He
They
did
wait
a
till
lot better.
they wait till they get down and then let Russ throw the ball, bro. Like I don't get it. So if they don't win the division, it's on the coaching staff.
Bro, we talking about the same dude that get the ball to the beast mode on the 1 yard line.
good.
The same dude talking about didn't get the ball to Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
And didn't even have him on the field when they played Texas in college.
He's holding Russ
Why
back,
you
bro.
surprised?
Russ can
surprised?
easily be the best quarterback in the league
Why
right
surprised?
now. So it's Pete Carroll holding him back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to go with Seattle. But
These Springs, who you got?
I'm riding with Seattle. And due to the fact that right now, San Francisco don't have no receivers. Debo Sanders hurt with the broken foot.
Yeah.
They're bringing in
You
people.
got a Jones fracture, right?
Yeah, so they're bringing in different receivers right now to put together with the
go get
Garoppolo.
Antonio
And then you got
Brown.
Even the
one-
rookie hurt.
Yeah, and
Cool.
you send one of the dude out to Philly. You know what I'm saying? And he boxed
Emmanuel
out not to
Sanders
play,
left.
and Emmanuel Sanders left. So you don't know who he throwing
Hey,
to.
go get Antonio Brown.
But so that's my question is to them is like all they can do is run the ball right now. So most teams playing first of all, I'm sacking the box.
Made Jimmy G beat you?
Let me make Jimmy G beat me. Like I just think that Seattle right now is in a better position because they're healthy and San Francisco's not.
Yeah. Who you got, JD?
San Francisco, man. I don't
You
know.
like Frisco?
I don't know what the fuck you talking about. To be honest with you, I
Okay.
really
Who the hell
don't.
you gonna throw the ball to?
Dog, do you not know this? That
Kittles.
Seattle has the worst O line and the worst D
They do.
line in the division.
They do.
Who has the best O line and the best D line in the division? San Francisco.
Who is Garoppolo gonna throw it to if you stop
Like
the
it
run?
don't matter if your boy running from his life all day long. Like I don't care what y'all do. They're not gonna push that D line for San Francisco. They're too deep. Their front seven is too strong.
Hold on,
They're
didn't
not
Seattle
gonna
beat
move
them
around.
last year?
They did.
They beat them once.
And it was
They
close.
split.
It was
They
close
split.
in the second game,
They
right?
split.
All
They
right,
split.
all right.
No, they beat them the second time. They lost.
The first
It was
Significantly
close.
the first
It
time.
was close the second
The
game.
second time they beat
No,
them.
it
No,
was close
Seattle
both
beat
games.
them. No, Seattle beat them the second time. The first
In
time,
Frisco.
it was significantly a loss, bro.
No.
Yes, it was. Look it up.
Hey, bro, y'all got the Wi-Fi. Y'all got the Google.
Like, no,
No,
they
both
gave it
games,
to
both
them.
games was close.
Both games was close, bro.
They gave them,
No,
bro.
they didn't.
Both
San
games
Francisco
was-
gave it to them the first
they did.
time.
No, both games.
No, they
was
did.
San
close.
Francisco is a better overall squad, and they got the better offensive mind. Whether you like the kid or not, in the Super Bowl, Shanahan offensive mind is the best offensive mind in the division. Period.
He might be.
Whether you like it or not.
No, I
Period.
don't disagree with
Period.
that.
So,
I don't
he
disagree
may
with
not
that.
be having his receivers, but he'll figure it out. He'll figure out how to get the ball out there. And if he got to run the ball the way he runs it, he going to figure it out. The dude's mind concept is too good.
Yeah, he nice.
I like San Francisco in this division, man. The D line, the O line's better. They just traded for a boy from DC, so their left tackle's solid. Man, crazy. You see that D line?
Hold on.
They got Williams.
Yeah, they got Trent
Just
Williams.
because they got
Yeah,
they
they
got the
got
game.
even lower.
The dude played what? 13 games in 2 seasons.
What's the guy doing?
So guess what? That
He should be
he's gonna
fresh.
get the whole
He should
season.
be fresh then.
He
Man,
ready to
What I
roll.
do with the production?
He should be ready to roll.
The dude is
What's they got to do
injury
with
prone,
production?
bro. And that's what I'm saying.
Is he
He's always
injury prone?
injury prone.
Is he injury prone? He
Out
don't
of
play for
32
you no
games, you
more.
only played 13?
Because he didn't
Come
want to
on,
play for you
bro.
no more.
All right, man.
Bruh, still,
Like I
you only
said,
played
my
13
pick-
games in 2 seasons. He won't be there.
My pick.
No, he didn't play last year because he stayed out.
No, he was hurt the past 2 years. You
Man,
played
y'all
y'all
y'all misdiagnosed
Guess
that dude.
what?
That dude
Guess
had
what,
cancer.
bro?
Y'all say he
Guess
had
what, bro?
a neck ache.
Guess what, bro?
My pick is. I think this is a tough one between Seattle 49ers and I lean towards Seattle just because of Russ. I don't really believe in Garoppolo, and I think losing Emmanuel Sanders that breakout, losing Sanders was a big security blanket. If I'm a defense, I'm making Jimmy G beat us. I can't let Morset and I can't let Tevin Coleman run crazy. Debo Samuels, he may ascend to be something. Their rookie they drafted out Arizona State. Who knows what he'll do? But I just believe in Russ. He makes something out of nothing, bro. And they do need to get that boy an offensive line one of these years. But I think I got Seattle beating 49ers in a close division. So that's our division picks. So now we're going to move on to our Sunday pick'ems.
We ain't do the South?
Oh, yeah, my bad. South.
Come on.
This is going to be heated. Now, we need to make this quick. We ain't got all day. All right? NFC South. We're going to start with the guy that don't have no skin in the game. D Springs, who you got winning the South? Because you already know what two of the picks is going to be.
I already know.
Oh, before we get into that, just to make this official, San Francisco beat them. I got it right here.
Pull that thing up, baby.
Put it right here. Seattle won the first game. See what we got right here. Seattle won the first game, 27-24.
Close.
Close game. They played again the second time.
It was close to
San Fran won 26-21.
close
game. Close game.
It's close game. That's what we said, James.
At the end of the day,
It's a close game.
it's a split.
Well, we said
I'm saying it was a both
It's
game
gonna
was
be
close.
Man, it's going to be a
I'm just
bloodbath.
telling you.
I
The
think
Rams are the 49ers.
I think Arizona's going to be a lot better.
I think we'll see tomorrow.
Between
They play
Kirk-
Frisco first.
Now, I mean, I don't know about Kenyon Drake, what he going to do.
Because the
They
Seattle
played
most
look, Arizona played them close both games
They
last
got
year.
D-Hop. I mean, that's going to be a bloodbath division.
And Uric, whatever they are, Uric or Kirk, whatever the
Kirk, Christian Kirk.
yeah.
Right. I mean, that's going to be a bloodbath
It's gonna be
division.
interesting.
All right, moving on. NFC South. D Springs, I'm going to let you go first because you have no leg in this game right here.
Probably should go last then.
Yeah,
No, I need him to go first. We about to get heated. We already know what the pick's going to be, who your pick is. Go ahead and get with us. D Springs, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with.
Let me sip my drink on this one.
I think Atlanta gonna win the division.
Man, you're a fool.
I'm gonna tell you why. I think Atlanta gonna win the
Tell
division.
me.
I think Atlanta, people sleeping on the explosiveness of their offense and what if boy Gurley come to play, it's gonna be hard to stop them on offense. It's gonna be hard to stop them. It's gonna be real hard. And I think their defense is gonna be a whole lot better. They made some adjustments. And I think Matt Ryan,
You saw something I ain't see?
I think that with the adjustments that they got now,
Okay.
it's going to be a lot better. Now, I do think New Orleans is the second best. And they might be the first best. They might be the number one team. But I
Man,
think
don't be
right now,
flip-flopping,
Atlanta-
dog.
No,
Don't be
listen,
flip-flopping.
I can do that.
No, don't
I can do
flip-flop.
that because
No.
I got no skin in the
No,
game.
you gotta pick
flip-flop.
a team.
But I
Pick a
think
team, man.
Atlanta win the division and
All
New
right.
Orleans second.
Okay, you got to pick a team.
All right. Key, I'm going to let you go.
Man,
Then I'm going to go to JD after that.
This is even a
Now you go next.
All right, I'll go now. I'm going to let JD.
I'm
bring up the real.
going with the Saints all day because it's our division. We've been running division for the last 3 years. So, and we upgraded everything that was weakness, right? We went and got Sanders. We need another complementary receiver to Thomas. So now you just can't roll.
So you don't think Sanders and Thomas are the same receiver?
It don't matter, but you can't. We got somebody who can make plays. Like we had inconsistent. Like you knew 90% of the ball was going to Michael Thomas, right? Alvin Kamara being healthy all year, which he had a little bruise early in the season. I think bringing the old boy back to play safety from Philly. I think our defense got even better.
You think Michael Jenkins made your defense better?
No, it was good last year. I think he make it better. Just being a leader, just reading play, just another leader in the locker room on defense. So I like the draft picks we did on the defensive side too. So I'm going with the Saints, bro. This is our division.
Yeah, I think the Saints have enough to win the division. I think Emmanuel Sanders and James, you said, are they the same receiver as Thomas? even at the advanced age of Emmanuel Thomas, I think he gets up the field a little bit better than Michael Thomas is. He's a little bit faster.
They're the same type of receiver.
Well, they're the same type of receiver. They're running intermediate routes, but I think.
But that's what you need when Drew don't throw deep.
Right, but I mean, to answer James' question, Sanders can get up the field. Right. Like he showed it in the Super Bowl. He still has some speed to get up top. Whether Drew can get it to him or not, he still can get up top.
He's not throwing deep pass.
Well, I mean, I'm answering James' question, right?
Okay.
He can still get up top if need be, right? And I think adding Malcolm Jenkins, just from a leadership standpoint, just from helping improve the communication in the secondary,
Reading deep,
right?
out.
So like Marcus Williams is a very solid free safety, but even in like the big games, we broke down with communication, letting receivers get up top. Minnesota, Adam Thielen. There's no reason why you're the deepest guy on the defense. You can't let nobody get behind you, right? It's all about communication. Against the 49ers, when Kittles ran that little underneath triple, right? It's all about communication, right? And I think that's what Jenkins will help the young secondary with the communication. I think the upgrade of Janoris Jenkins coming from the Giants last year is the upgrade of Eli Apple. I think that helps. But for the Saints to really be dominant on defense, I need Marcus Davenport to step up.
Last year. He was hurt.
That's why I need him to step up now. It's time to be healthy. I need a double-digit sack game, right? Because it can't have Cam Jordan playing 60 plays a game. Like, he's going to wear down. So I got the Saints winning. Atlanta's always been explosive, though. Like, that's no debate. Between Ridley, between Julio, like, the only, and Gurley, what Gurley are you getting? Are you getting the hurt Gurley, or are you getting the motivated Gurley that got cut, got paid early? So Atlanta's going to be a threat, right? They won, 6 out of 8 of the last games of the season, so they're going to be a threat. I think Carolina's going to be better with Teddy. Tampa Bay, right? Like what Tom Brady's going to do. He got all the weapons at his disposal.
All the weapons.
Right, but I've seen this before. Right, I've seen this putting together an all-star caliber team in Philly when they had no cap, when they had Awesome Y, and when Vince Young was like, man, we got the dream team. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike Vick with quarterback.
All of them were there.
So I've seen that before, right? But it's going to be a bloodbath division.
It's the best division of football.
Nobody's going to run away with it, but I got the Saints coming up because I think just the continuity with no preseason, I think we primed to make that run from Drew last go. So JD, go ahead.
I find it fun when people use the Philly analogy as an explanation of why Tampa's not going to do well. But if you don't use the Peyton Manning going to Denver as an analogy, he took that team over and had 50 touchdowns.
That's true.
Let's not always put that. I mean, I'm not as big on Tampa as everybody else, but I'm not going to act like
that's true.
That's not a key factor. Like the dude coming to over there, he's got the weapons and the players to have an explosive season.
Fact.
And Tampa's front seven is better than yours.
They will line up.
I said their front seven.
Outside of Shaq Barrett.
So defensively, that's not their front seven.
Outside of Shaq Barrett,
their defense is front, and their linebackers.
And you saw what happened to Shaq Barrett last year. He led the league in sacks. Goose egg twice against us. Goose egg twice.
I think they're better, and I think that their linebackers are better. I think Devin Wright's a better middle linebacker. I think their linebackers are more explosive. I think their back end's probably will still be an issue, but their front seven is very good. So Tampa has a good chance to win the division.
They got a solid linebacking core.
I think it's gonna be I think this division probably gonna be like the NFC East a little bit in times where it may be a lot of losses. It may be splits everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? And it's about who's gonna have the better
out of division
schedule and wins than anything else.
Everybody's shit tough.
Of course, I think I'm a Falcon fan. I'm going to think they're gonna win regardless.
Absolutely, you should.
Right?
You should.
But I also feel like, explosiveness is one thing. I do think getting the tight end from Baltimore was a good pickup. That was a good trade.
You got Hurst?
Hunter Hurst. I think it's Hunter Hurst. I think it's the last name. Yeah.
Hayden Hurst.
One of my fantasy picks.
Hayden Hurst?
Hayden Hurst, yes.
Yeah,
and I think that helps them. I think having Raheem Morris as the D coordinator completely for the season needs to help. Right? And you'll see a little bit more on the back end. I need to make sure that Our strong safety's healthy.
Yeah.
Nils had 2 injuries, Achilles injury last year, ACL the year before. But I like what we're doing.
I like everything.
I like our O-line now. I think our O-line is finally healthy and finally they already had draft last year. Now we need to see the talent go to work.
Yeah.
I think it's like I said. I think the Falcons this is how I think the division gonna play. So I think of course Charlotte's gonna be last.
Yeah.
I think the Falcons gonna be first, and then I think between the Saints and Tampa Bay, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I do feel like Tampa Bay is gonna be second.
You're gonna see.
So I think that.
Well, they're gonna get their L on
tomorrow.
They're gonna get their L on tomorrow.
I think that the reign of the Saints is over.
We're gonna find out.
They get their L
Let's
on
kick
tomorrow.
off tomorrow, baby.
So
All
we'll
right,
see.
so that leads right into JD talking about the Falcons. We got our pick'ems. We got 5 games we feel are the best games of the week. We're gonna kick it off with Seattle traveling to Atlanta. Who you got, Keon?
I actually picked. Well, I did a pool from work. And I actually picked Atlanta in a close one. So that's I actually got money on this in a pool for work. So I shouldn't be saying it's on live. We don't gamble.
Man,
It's
it's
for
all, man, it's
bragging.
all good, man.
It's bragging rights. It's not money at work. But yeah, I actually got Atlanta winning this one.
All right, what you got,
I'm
D-Spring?
going with the A.
Okay.
I think the travel.
Atlanta, man, let's go.
I got Seattle. All right, Green Bay versus Minnesota. D-Springs.
Green Bay.
I got I got Green Bay. They playing in Green Bay, right?
Nah, they playing Minnesota.
They playing Minnesota.
Yep.
Green Bay beat them in there last year, and I don't think Kirk.
I
I just ain't a Kirk Cousins fan. I'm going with Green Bay.
I think I'm winning Minnesota.
Okay. All right, JD, you got.
Minnesota. We really don't have to go through all the. Ain't no such thing as home field advantage right now.
But
That is true. No fans.
I'm trying to look at my picks I did on my sheet.
All right, Dallas versus the Rams. Sunday night.
Rams.
We'll go with the Cowboys.
I got Dallas.
I got the Rams playing in that new, that smoking new stadium.
With no fans.
No
It don't matter. But I think the Rams, Garrett Goff gonna be all right. All right, next game. Saints Bucs. D Springs.
Saints.
Key, I know you got.
Yeah.
I know JD, who you got? Go ahead and
Bucs.
say the Bucs. Arizona versus 49ers to wrap up the 5. Who you got?
Upset. Arizona.
Is it really upset?
Upset. They start 1-1.
Okay. At Frisco, okay.
Yep.
Key.
I got Frisco.
Niners.
I got Kyler Murray, man. I think Kyler gonna step up this year. All right, that's a wrap for the NFL. It's time to move on to the playoff bubble. So there's been a lot of great games. We got a good one tonight.
And I'm up in the pickings.
You've been doing well.
I'm up in the pickings.
You've been doing well.
I only picked the first round.
All right.
like
I'm just saying that my first round pickings.
So we had a good game 7 last night between the Raptors and Boston. Siakam didn't show up.
Like I said he wasn't.
Yeah.
Like I said,
But it just shows when you got Kawhi, you can ball out.
you got
You
big
got
brother.
a superstar, yeah.
You got
You the
big
man,
brother, got
regular
big brother.
season, it just shows where teams don't really,
Shit.
key on one player, but when you get in that playoffs, you gotta step up. I think that's the reason why
I felt comfortable when I had my big brother.
Yeah, he looked bad. Like Siakam.
he struggled, bro.
Siakam
struggled
looked-
big time last night.
He just looked like he was like he was just playing on another level. Like he looked terrible. Like it was like they give him the ball, he missing layups, he was stuff rolling out,
Y'all
jump
saw
shot
what
went
Tatum
far.
did in a
And it's like, come on, man. I think this was a learning aspect for him that he got to do a lot more than what he thought he had to do. I really think he needs to get in and get it done this offseason.
Kemba need to step up going in the next series too.
Man, he do. Like he looked like for him to have like 13 points the other night, and you only had you 5 or 11.
2 games in a row.
Dog, and I think
But he was the reason they lost Game 6 for real.
Yeah.
He had 4 points.
Yeah, he didn't come to play.
7 points.
He-
yeah, but I think that boxing one.
It could.
It don't
Yeah.
matter.
Nurse is a good coach.
I think that boxing one
Yeah.
it takes you out of your game. I mean, when everybody just zoning everything around you, and they're boxing
You gotta
him,
get the ball out your hand.
and he's got to get the ball out of his hands. And
then
he's
he's
not
not 6'5".
He's not the only player who struggled with it. If you remember last year in the finals, Steph Curry started off great. He went boxing one. He struggled with it. So it's not just
And
What's
it's not
another
like
way?
it's not like they 6'5", you know what I'm saying? They little dudes, like they gonna take a toll. You got a 6'4",
But he
6'5"
got-
jumping out there on you, and you getting boxed in. You gotta get the ball up.
But Donald, he got that dog on his team.
Yeah, but
What dog? That Chihuahua?
That dog from Duke.
What dog, man?
That
Go
dog
ahead,
from
man.
Duke.
Man.
You saw him take-
Let's stop on that.
I really-
Let's say you got that dog. Let's stop.
You saw what he did in Game 7.
I
You saw
really
what he
like
did in
Tatum.
Game 7.
I mean, Tatum is he's a good player,
I
bro.
really like
Yeah,
Tatum,
you saw what
but
he did in Game 7.
I think calling him a dog is overrated. 'Cause
Yeah, bro, come on.
There's games where he will have like
And he was
last
picking
night
up.
he had it. Then there was games where he
But
this
I
same
want
series,
you
he
to
was
have
not.
it.
He was
I
struggling.
want you to have it when it matters.
But Key, every game matters.
No.
It's the playoffs.
Well,
Every
every
game matters.
Because-
So it don't matter what you
Because
say.
I'm gonna go to when
Nah,
it matters. When it matters,
Nah,
James
Key,
Harden.
No,
He
you
doesn't
can't
make
say
sense.
that.
No,
Keith.
listen,
He doesn't
hold
make
up.
sense.
Can
That
I say
doesn't make
this?
sense.
When it matters, James Harden never has it.
And that's why people get on James Harden. Nobody gives James Harden a
Tatum,
break.
when it matters, Tatum brings
But
it.
every game,
No,
matters
every
in the
game
playoffs.
matters in the playoffs.
But sometimes Tatum has to score 30 because he got.
Yeah,
other
he
people.
do.
No, he don't.
No, why would you score? If you're gonna
They
score
need him.
29, score it every game.
Exactly.
You need him every
Like,
game.
why would
Sometimes
you-
he's the lead?
What's the other dude name?
Who,
Jaylen Brown, Hayward. They
Jaylen
got
Brown.
options.
Sometimes Jaylen Brown can go for 30 and Tatum can take a back seat.
No, ain't no taking
not-
back.
no,
You say you
no,
that
no,
dog?
no,
You ain't
Keith,
taking no
Keith,
back
that's
seat to
why they lost
nobody.
game 6.
No, they lost.
When you
game
a
six.
dog, you ain't taking no back seat to nobody.
Okay,
But Keith, hold on,
Keep
Keith.
it going. No,
No, hold on, Keith.
Keith.
Hold on, Ray. Hold on. Nah, you ain't getting out of this one. Hold on. Keith,
You just made
Keith,
some shit up.
Hold on,
Like,
Keith.
I ain't never heard
Keith,
that.
To me, Tatum is to me, like I said.
But Keith, if you
Tatum
know
gonna
your
be a
point,
Hall of Fame superstar in this league. I already say you're a superstar.
but Keith, if you
He's
know,
not a superstar yet.
To me,
if you know that your point guard is struggling and being the kind of scoring point guard that Kemba
Tatum
is,
had 20 something in Game 6. What are you talking about? He
Yeah, bro,
almost
when you
had
play
30.
50 minutes, bro, you
Exactly.
But it don't
Yeah.
matter. You act like he ain't showing
Dog,
up.
but he got them 50. He got them points due to the fact they went
No,
into overtime.
he didn't.
He did not show.
He was balling early.
No,
I
he was
saw
not,
the-
Keith.
Yes, he was.
Keith, he struggled.
Yes, he was. He was balling
Okay,
early.
Keith, you right.
He was balling
You
early.
right, Keith.
All right, we gonna preview the Boston Heat series.
Well, hold up. The question ain't go around.
No, it wasn't a question.
It wasn't a question.
This is a talk.
I ain't get my talk.
You just got your
You
choice.
had your talk, man.
No.
All right, so I'm gonna leave with you on this one since you want to talk. Lakers, Houston tonight. What we got? Is it over or we going to game 6?
Again, it's a must-show game for James Harden, and he will not show up. Point blank. Period.
Is it because they're getting double teamed?
No, I just think it's just a pattern, bro. It started from years ago. It's just something mental with him. He's something he got to go with his inside and figure out. And I don't want him about no double team, but everybody gets double team. When you're a great scorer like James Harden, all the great scorers got double team.
Right.
It's just something I don't want to hear because he getting double team. If you want to go back in the day to whoever it was, they got double team.
Let me ask you a question.
And so it's just something mental with him, bro. When the game is on the line, bro, you can kill his will early.
Key.
If it ain't going good for him, he like disappear, bro.
Key.
Huh?
How many people on the basketball club? How many people on your
5.
team?
I'm talking about at one
Let me
time.
ask you a question. So there's 5 people on your team, right?
Right.
So basketball is a team sport, right?
It is.
So you can't just put it all on him.
But I can't put it. But dude, when you like the man, you cannot have what he had. Like how many points he had?
Like 2 for 11.
Yeah, 2. You can't go 2 for 11, bro.
He was
You
right.
cannot go 2 for. First of all, you can't take 11 shots when it's a must-win game and you're the man. You can't say to me, I killed your will when you only take 11. Like and like I saw all great players, bro. If I'm gonna go out with me swinging. I'm not gonna go out taking 11 shots. You don't know what you could have made if you took 20 shots.
But
We
he's
play
double
that way
teaming,
all
getting the ball in his hand.
James, listen.
But sometimes he's waiting on the double team, right?
He's not wrong. James
He's not
Harden.
wrong.
At some point, James Harden should have like a 50-60 point game in the series because his team needed.
Yes.
They need it. It ain't no ifs or buts about it.
Yes.
I mean, Westbrook does some god awful things.
But you gotta live with his effort.
But if you watch that fourth quarter, he pressed on even though they were losing.
Yeah.
And he willed them to come back at some point.
Yes.
You got to do it. And James Harden, a lot of times, they're doubling him, but there's ways to get around the double. He can play off the elbow a little bit more.
He can get the ball out of his hand too and get him on the move.
But yeah, they can do that as well.
But you can be aggressive. He's waiting for the trap.
He's allowing them to dictate to him.
Yes.
What's
What
going
defense
on?
going
Yes.
And he's got to dictate to them what's going to happen. Now, he's getting to the free throw line, but you can't shoot no 2
Man, that's it, bro. Not to get off topic. Dog, that boy get every call there is imagined when he go to the hole.
But you know what?
Dog, that's crazy.
But I think the refereeing in the bubble period has been horrible.
Dog, he get every
And not just for
single
him.
call.
No, I agree with you, but I think the refereeing in the bubble has been terrible. Because I saw a couple of times the other night where
Shut the door! Like, grown man.
you know what I'm saying? I think the referee in the bubble has been terrible. I think you done had situations where a dude get fouled from the start, they let the ball hit the rim, the defensive team grab the rebound, go around the court, then they call a foul. Like, the referee has been horrible. It has been horrible. But to get back on, I think, like James said, I think mentally, if James ain't shooting the ball well early in the game, you're right. He just, like, okay, I'm done. I'm done for the night. Now, if he got that jumper going early, then he consistently plays and he gets in the flow. But like y'all said, too, he letting the double team jump on him before he do anything. If you bringing the ball to the court all the time, then you need to go ahead and go to the rack and don't worry about it. Yeah. And I think his thing is he's so worried about shooting threes instead of just going to the rack.
That's the game.
But dog, sometimes you got to adjust. If you know that they're gonna double team you up high and the people around you not hitting, just keep going to the rack. If you get to the foul line,
and we just said you're not to draw free throws.
Exactly. So if you keep going to the foul line, that's what I'm saying. So he needs to make the adjustment and say, you know what? This particular night, I'm going to have to attack the glass, and if those guys open on perimeter, I can get it out to them and get them free shots.
He should come out tonight shooting like 30 times.
It is what it is.
So who you got tonight, Key?
I just told you, because of James Harden, I got to go with the Lakers. But he should come out tonight swinging. Like, I don't care if you're going to double team me, I'm going to force the referee to call a foul. I'm just not going to dribble and do a step back. I'm going to attack the body of AD and whoever else guarded me. But I'm going to go with the Lakers because James Harden never had proved to me when a big time you need a win, he shows up. He just never had proved to me that.
I heard Lakers. They ain't got anything to talk about. Lakers.
JD, you got?
I think it's over. Yeah. I would love for the Heat. I would love for the Rockets to win. But I just don't see it. I mean, I watched the other day, man, and when the Lakers went to the smarter lineup and severely outplayed the Rockets in their version of smaller lineup, a small ball, that's just done, man. Like, it ain't nothing else you can do. When you know that they're beating you in your own game, and it's just the effort. I'm going to watch the first 3 minutes. If I don't see Houston diving for the ball, grabbing loose balls, which you didn't see last game, in the previous game. Game 4 and 5, man, they was not jumping for balls. I don't know if the Daniel House situation had just killed their spirit. I don't know.
They don't want to play like 7, 8 people anyway.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Clippers, Denver. They played last night. Denver had a big win. D-Stream, what do you think about last night, and what do you think about the series going forward?
At the end of the day, you got to get them dudes to perform. You got to get people off the court. And just like we talked about earlier, you keep playing around with folk and you get an injury here and there, when you don't get people off the joint, it can destroy your whole championship chances. You know, you got a team, you up 16 points. You up 16. You got the Claw who is balling. You know, you got the other guys who's sneaking it up because, you know, the Claw kept them in the game when Denver went up. You know what I'm saying? You let the dude come off the bench who we've been talking about the whole time who ain't up getting no play.
Porter?
Nah, my man played with Denver. You played with Utah. Millsap, who hasn't been doing nothing all series, all playoffs. He comes off the bench and get him a spark. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all going through the motions. Dog, as a championship team, you cannot just keep going through the motions because sooner or later it's going to cost you. Yeah. And I blame Doc because guess what? You got to get somebody on the floor who ready to play, who ready to go. And you keep letting people hang around. And what happens when you let people hang around, just like anything else, you going to find yourself in a tough situation that if one of your stars go down, now you might even lose the series. Yeah. So they got to get back in that frame of mind and locking Denver down and getting this thing over. It shouldn't go to, I think Clippers will win in 6, but if it get to 7, now we're going to really see the PP playoff Paul, what he going to do.
JD, what you got, bro?
I think it's over after game 6. Yeah, it's over. But I didn't like what I saw in game 5. I thought, they were up 16 and it looked like it was clear they were going to run them out the building. And I don't know if Marquise Morris just had a brain fart. I really don't know what happened on that play. But he jumped in and Paul Millsap faced, and then after that, they want to run.
Yeah.
He dropped 14 all of a sudden in the fourth quarter and brought him back. And for some reason with the Clippers, you know, they'll go a set where they'll go at least 3, 4, maybe even 10 minutes, even a quarter at times, and they share the ball and they make the plays for each other. Then all of a sudden they just start shooting quick shots and Williams will jump in. You know, Lemon Pepper Lou, he'll come in, he'll shoot a quick shot, and then Marquise Morris has to one up him, he'll shoot a quick shot, and it takes him out of rotation of the offense. To me, Doc is not a. I think people need to take Doc off this pedestal of coaches.
He not, bro.
He's not, bro. Like it's things that
He not, bro.
I watched him play, and I'm saying to myself, and he's got great assistants. I don't know if he doesn't listen to them, but he needs to take himself off that pedestal because he's not. He's not. He doesn't make the correct adjustments. He sticks with players too long at times. He kept Hurling there last night way too long in the fourth quarter. He should have put in Zubac back in the game right when the fourth quarter started. Because that would have probably changed the scenario of that game.
Yep.
He stayed with her way too long. Sometimes he plays with Lou Will too long.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was in the fourth quarter. It was down to the end of the game. It was about like 3 or 4 minutes. He ran a set for Lou Will. Lou Will do a quick out. I think either Kawhi throws out to Lou Will, or I think it was PG. One or the other. Lou Will shoots a quick 3.
Mm-hmm.
Hits back and rim too.
Yep.
And he's struggling. Dog, you need to run them sets, them pick and roll sets with Kawhi. Kawhi is the one stroking. He was on fire, especially in the fourth. He's hitting the 3. Why are you running that stuff with PG and what's the name when PG ain't even shot in the fourth quarter yet? Mm-hmm. Run that thing with Kawhi. Let PG come off. If PG come off, tell PG take it to the basket. If he doesn't, you kick it to Kawhi for the 3. It doesn't make. That's what I'm saying. Like that's bad coaching. You doing it with Lou Will, and you see Lou Will don't have it. He doesn't have it in this series.
Man, Kawhi was like,
and he was cooking that, especially in the fourth quarter.
Three.
He was cooking.
Every time old boy Jokic hit a 3, man, Kawhi came down, hit a 3. I'm looking like, yo, Kawhi about to take this game.
And I'm thinking he'll take it over. Then I watched that play, and there's a couple of times where I think of the Lou Will, somebody went to the basket and tried to throw it to Zubac or somebody like that. And Kawhi had his hands up like this, like throw it like wide open. I'm just looking at it like, man, come on, man. It's to a point where you gotta, as a coach, as someone like Doc, who's supposed to have all this respect, you gotta go to Doc and be like, listen, bro, you need to figure out this rotation, and you need to put some of these guys on notice, like Marquise Morris.
He playing.
Why? No, he can play.
He can play.
Stop shooting ill-advised shots.
Yeah.
Y'all should be playing defense and hitting the spot up 3 or the spot up jumper.
Yep.
You should be coming down the court, dribbling down the court, shooting.
Yeah,
like that's not.
They didn't run their offense through you.
Yeah, like they're not running through you. Like you got two guys. That's responsibility. PG and Kawhi. That's where you get your
play
offense
off them.
Yeah.
Man, it's ridiculous, bro. There's a bunch of plays that I saw. I thought Pat Bell tried to take it one time. I'm like, what is he doing?
First of all,
And they start going to Jackson for that main reason.
Yeah.
and you know what? I'll let Pat Bell shoot the 3 all day. Because he shot a 3 in a crucial situation towards the end of the game. I'm like, why are you shooting the 3, bro? Like, why are you shooting the 3? And for his defense, he getting cooked.
See, bro, I truly think the Clippers think they can just turn it off,
It's gonna backfire on them, bro. It's gonna backfire on
And
them.
eventually, I think it'll backfire on them. But they so talented defensively, bro. They can just.
Man, listen, bro. We say that, but them dudes getting cooked.
Well, they get cooked when I think what happens is when you got a primary, but let's say Luka, right? When PG or Kawhi don't take that challenge, and they just allow.
He was cooking them though.
Right. So when Murray is cooking, and when Kawhi or PG say, "I got him," it's on me and fight through the picks. That's when they get cooked.
Yeah, but this is the thing though.
I think it's when they get cooked when they switch.
Yeah, but you can fight through the pick. It ain't like Jokic is setting his mean pick.
But the pick and roll problem, the problem I saw last night is, first of all, Zubac's trying to cut him off, so they're hedging him, and they're allowing the person who's the primary, the guard, to come off the pitch, and they're hedging. Which the problem is, Zubac is not going to beat you driving the ball.
No.
So I'm not sure. Excuse me. Jokic. Jokic is just shooting that 3 and killing them with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like stop telling Zubac come off and hedge, and you got to tell PG and Kawhi you got to get
fight through the
pit.
pit. They got to get through that.
Because I understand what they're doing, but it's like you got to fight through it.
And it's a soft pit. It ain't like Jokic laying his hammer down.
Nah, he's not hitting.
Right, he's like you say, he's just hedging just to get open for the
shoot
three.
the 3, yeah.
Fight through the three, and that's when I think the Clippers get into that trouble where Kawhi and PD don't step up and say, you know what, I don't care, I'm fighting through this. I don't give a fuck. I gotta throw an elbow, fight through this, get a foul. I got him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
when they get in that trouble. But I think they just get that mental like, man, we can turn this on whenever we want. It's just Denver, right? They doing 2 plays, but it's over in 6. I think it'll be the Lakers and the Clippers. I think what everybody wants to see. So let's preview.
I ain't go.
Go ahead, Key.
Jesus.
I forgot about you, dog.
Oh, my bad. Mess with you. But I want a game 7 because I'm a Lakers
You want the
fan.
rest?
I want the rest. But y'all pretty much hit every point. Like you said, Ray, Clippers just think they just taking them lightly. When they got up 16, they thought the game was over.
I mean, that's the same with the Lakers, right? The Lakers thought when they got Houston down, damn near 20, it's over.
Yeah.
Right? But
But
every team goes through that.
yeah. But my thing is, what was the strength for the Clippers all year is not really their strength now, which was their bench.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since O'Boy went to the strip club in Atlanta, he ain't been the same, bro.
Oh, no.
And-
Sweet Pepper Lou.
And if he don't step his game up, they gonna go home in the next series. And I
Because he is key, though.
yeah, he's been a X factor all year, and I can see why Doc ran to play for him because he's really has been a mismatch closer for them all year. But I
But you
want to say,
can't you can't base off all year.
but you like you said, you got to go on what is happening.
It's
in
game
the
to
bubble.
game.
He's struggling.
It's game to game.
Yeah.
It's game to game. He
Yeah.
shouldn't have ran that
Yeah.
play for him.
Yeah, so
He should have let him. If anything, he should have probably been the one that ran that not set the pick, but he should be the one that was driving so he can kick. And at least if he drives to the basket, that's better for him than him doing that, coming off and shooting that 3 and knowing that you ain't hitting that shot right now.
And that's the aspect, like you said, coaching on the adjustment, right? So all year he has been that closer for you, who coming up hitting big shots when you need one because he have a mismatch. But last night, like you said, Kawhi is gone, and I hate to say it, I'm a Laker fan, right? But even early on in the year, I said the Clippers had the better team because of their bench. But are we looking at it right now? I feel more confident that the Lakers are playing the best ball other than Miami, even though I think Boston's going to beat Miami. But we just looking at the eye test right now. The Lakers, to me, I feel more confident than going into facing the Clippers than I ever did if I was before the bubble happened. Because I felt like I knew what Lou was going to bring. I knew what Trez was going to bring. I knew. But now they've been so inconsistent. So, but I think they're going to close them out in 6, because especially after the Lakers win tonight, I think they're going to come with that mindset like, bro, we can't go to game 7 and then start a game over a night from where we, so I think Clippers in. But they got to do a better job. They got to get their bench more involved, bro. Because Kawhi is balling.
Yeah, I've never been sold on Doc. Other than the Boston, like, what has he done?
Well, every coach needs talent.
No, he's had talent. No, he had the Clippers with Chris Paul,
But
Blake
Chris
Griffin,
Paul
and DeAndre Jordan.
But Chris Paul
he
got
had
hurt.
talent.
But Chris Paul got
He
hurt.
had Tracy McGrady. Like, dog, you can get somebody to a playoff game.
But look, he was losing to though. But Chris Paul got hurt a lot with his hamstring with those Clippers years. So I
just never really saw him
and Blake got hurt too. So I give him that. They never had a full team with the Clippers because either Blake was hurt or Chris Paul was hurt. So,
but they've had talent, bro.
But he definitely got to do a better. He has no excuse right now.
I mean, he does.
And he has the better team right now.
Yeah.
And then, but I also feel like once they win this series, I really think you should throw out how both benches are playing, because every series takes its own life.
True.
And I think like if they play the Lakers, I think Clippers intensity will rise
Because they'll be more threatening to
They'll be
losing.
way more threatening.
Yeah.
Threatening to the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they know the Lakers will bring their best game.
Yes.
Yeah, so we all know the Clippers going to win the series. Is over, right? You think that? I think we all think they're going to win in this.
I mean, we think they're gonna win.
Yeah, we think they're going
We
to win.
don't know.
Don't win, because it's just like I say, when you let people hang around.
Yeah, we
See,
think they're gonna
last
win.
night, last night, like James said, showed that Doc does not make the necessary adjustments to get the win when he needs to get a win.
Right.
At that moment. Because you know in your mind that the Clippers have the better team.
Yeah.
But like I say, you keep letting people hang around instead of burying them when you got a chance to bury them and get off the court.
That's what the Lakers need to do.
Exactly, because the Lakers, because think about this. Now the Lakers see, well, damn, if the Lakers mess around and lose a game, now you putting that pressure on yourself to go to Game 6 that you gotta win.
But I think the Lakers came in taking Houston more of a threat than Clippers came in taking Denver. Mm-hmm. I think the Lakers know you can't get this Houston team type of confidence.
I think that, but I think the Clippers sometimes just
they go in and out.
They're a type of team that their intensity level doesn't always stays, and that can be an issue. When your intensity level doesn't match full game, full capacity, you have letdowns. And if you ever notice, even in Dallas, they had a letdown. Mm-hmm. This series right here, both of their losses has been off letdowns. Yeah. It's because they were up. They were beating them teams very, very well, and now they had a letdown.
And this was scary. What if they lose tomorrow?
I mean,
anything can happen. Anything can happen in a game.
Anything can happen again. But I'm just saying. So now,
no, I'm saying
how do you
game
adjust?
7.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
7,
Let's say Denver win tomorrow. How do you adjust now? Do you adjust as Doc?
Because
the pressure really on Doc now.
It's that game where if it does go 7. Why and PG? I'm having a conversation with you. I need about 7 in between y'all two. Y'all the dogs of this team. I'm
gonna say 70. I would say 60.
No, they got to get
30. They got to
go.
They got to dominate. Bro.
They got to get 60.
They got to impose their will and dominate.
And you got to hope that the Kawhi doesn't have a night off like he had Game 5 when he had 13, and Denver messed around and slide in.
I just don't think Denver got enough defensively to make Kawhi go struggle from the field.
Yeah, but at the same time, we don't know that he come out and have a bad game.
Because then sometimes they ain't got to do it with defense.
Exactly. You just struggling. You just struggling that night.
You're getting good shots.
So that's why I say games like James said, games like last night game proved that sometimes Doc does not put his best foot forward and he don't make the adjustments to get the game over. Because I'm telling you, the longer these dudes play, and you playing every other day. You're not playing 2 or 3 days off. You playing every other day. You see what I'm saying? And Kawhi normally get the load management. Now you playing every other day, and you stretching this season out. That's why the Lakers need to get this thing over tonight. Don't play around. Get it over tonight and put the pressure on the Clippers. They have to come out and play tomorrow.
Because you're going to be in a dogfight.
Yeah. You're going to be a dogfight every night. Yeah. Now, it could be 1 or 2 games where somebody might get blown out. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you need to get these games over as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely to move on.
Yeah.
All right, bet. So let's preview the Eastern Conference Finals: Boston versus Miami. What you got, D-Spring? What's your like? All right, prime matchup, like the sway the series back and forth. What you looking at with the Boston and Miami Heat series?
The Boston and Miami Heat, I think will go 7. I do think it's going to go 7. I think Boston showed that they're vulnerable in tough series to where they can win, but they can lose as well. And I think with Miami, with the defense that they play and the 3-point shot that they hit, and Bam playing the way he's playing, you have Jimmy doing what he do. You have the dude O'Hara, what his name? The young kid, O'Hara. They shooting the 3-ball pretty good. I think Dragic is going to have to step his game up. And do what he do. I think it's a great matchup. It's a great match. You got tough-minded defensive players. You have a Boston team that has 3 scores that are pretty good. I think the matchup that I want to see personally is Marcus Smart on Jimmy. Because I'm gonna be honest, Marcus Smart is not a great NBA player. But he's a player that I would love to have on my team. Number one, he hustles. Because that was a big block that he got last night that I think changed the game in that Toronto and Boston series.
Stupid play.
Yeah, it was a stupid play.
That was a stupid play.
It was a stupid play, but Marcus Smart made a good defensive play. And I think he fits the mold of a Miami player, how they play defense. You see what I'm saying? So to see Marcus Smart go against Jimmy is going to be a great watch for TV. And I think that's going to tell a lot about the series. Because if he can slow Jimmy down, I'm not saying Jimmy ain't going to do what he do, but I think if he can slow Jimmy down, I think I give the advantage to Boston because Jimmy does do a lot within that scheme. But Marcus Smart played good enough defense on a nightly basis, you know what I'm saying? And if Marcus Smart can score. If he can put the ball in the basket, I think Boston wins in 7.
Keith, what you got, though?
I'm gonna go with Boston, and I think Haywood just came back in the bubble, so I think
because of that dog you said.
no Tatum, bro. I think just if they get Haywood back, which I think he's gonna play in this series, I don't know, he might even come back game 2.
Cause they kick off like Tuesday.
Yeah, so I think Haywood will be definitely, and they get him another option at scoring and spacing the court. I just think from top to bottom they have a better talent than Miami, and I think Miami beating the Bucs was just a bad matchup. But now you can't build a wall because Boston got shooters. You can build a wall if you want. They can shoot you out that wall. So I'm gonna have to go with I'm going with Boston in 6.
Yeah, I like the pick. Go ahead, JD.
We picking 2?
Yeah, mine now.
I didn't know the Union picked it.
I did. I said 7.
You
Boston
said
is 7.
Oh yeah. I think
Tough one, man.
you know what? I do like Boston. I think Boston will win this, and I'm not gonna give them 7. I think it'll be 6-2. I think it's just gonna be the Hayward effect. I think at the way it's gonna be between Hayward and Crowder. Who performs the best in that battle between those two is gonna be the winners of this game. I think Crowder, even though he's becoming a better shooter, if Hayward plays to some close to what he was doing before he ended up twisting his ankle, I think they just have a better matchup in my opinion. I think Crowder's a better defender, so it's gonna be tough. But if you put Hayward at the 4, now you don't really have to work. That's the problem with the Bucs had. They had that problem at the 4. Crowder was getting that outside 3, was drilling it.
Killing it.
Now you can't do that, and you can't play that zone either, because Hayward can really pop outside and hit that tray right in your face and hit that mid-range jumper or take you to the basket. So if he's healthy, I just don't see Miami having enough scoring because they can't go scoring with Boston because Boston has enough shooters and players.
Do Hayward come off the bench?
No,
Or
he
do you keep the starting power like it is?
Shit, you started him though.
You adjust based off what you see.
Gotcha.
Miami, the way Miami Heat plays, with Bam is going to be tough.
Yeah, Bam.
Because Bam's going to be an issue, but Boston has enough bodies to throw at Bam.
Yeah.
But Hero, is going to be solid coming off that bench. He's going to shoot the 3 well. But I wouldn't. I mean, you talking about putting Smart on Jimmy? I wouldn't put Smart on Jimmy. I
put
actually
him
put
on
Hero. I put him on Hero or put him on the other shooter.
Nah, I put him on Dragic.
Put
That
him on
was Dragic was really why the reason why he beat Milwaukee.
I'm not
Dragic
worried
averaged about 20.
I'm not worried about Dragic because Walker is going to. Kimber's going to annihilate him.
Man, Kimber cannot guard nobody.
Nobody said he's going to guard him.
Right, but I'm saying, but if you want to stop somebody,
I don't care if he stops him. Kimber is going to annihilate him on the offensive end.
well, we hope so.
He is too slew-footed to stay in front of Kimber.
Well, yeah, Kimber should dominate the match.
Kimber's going to dominate that match.
He should.
So it doesn't matter if Dragic can have like 15, 16, 20 if you want. If you're giving up 30, it don't matter what you do.
But what Kimber you getting, right? The last 2 games, Kimber struggled.
You can understand. They were playing a boxing 1 against them.
But Kimber handles so nice, though.
They
He was getting to the paint.
So which one is it? Is it his handles nice or what?
No, handles is always nice.
What is it?
But Kimber struggled the last 2 games.
They're playing boxing 1 of them in
It
the first
doesn't
half.
matter if you struggle.
It kept him from getting a good rhythm because he couldn't get the ball because they were boxing 1 of them.
No, he was handling that ball and getting to the paint and stayed. He was
But they were
struggling on shot.
boxing 1 of them. They was playing smart. Now he ain't got to worry about a boxing 1.
Well, we hope not.
He doesn't have to worry about it because if they do boxing 1, their wings, wings are not good enough to play in front of Tatum and Brown.
They don't.
They ain't gonna have the system enough. They don't have the length enough either. They're not a tall team.
Yeah.
So them boys will attack the basket how they want to. If you do it, you put Smart on. You can put Smart on any one of those guys. But I'm putting Smart on one of the shooters. Take that shooter away.
But then the shooters come off a lot of picks, though. Duncan Robinson,
Take that
Hero.
Smart. Take the shooter away. And
It's kind of hard when you're coming off picks.
I'm
and
taking Walker. I'm letting
it's
Walker
tough.
annihilate. He's gonna kill Dragic. He's gonna kill him.
Me
It ain't gonna be
personally,
much. It ain't gonna be much he can do. And Jimmy's got a guard. Jimmy's got to guard one of those.
Somebody.
He's got to get Brown or Tatum.
Yeah.
So what he gonna do?
yeah.
So it's gonna be a problem for him. It's gonna be a problem for him. I think Boston gets to the finals, man.
Yeah, I think Boston definitely wins. They got too much firepower, especially if Gordon Hayward comes back. They definitely got everything they need to win this series. So as we wrap up, man, any parting words that we got before we wrap this thing up? What you got, D Springs?
Man, listen. It's great to have sports back. You know,
Man,
glad to be in the building.
Man, start off. Man, listen. It's great to have sports back.
Sports been back, man. Yeah, like sports just started last night, man.
The level of sports being played right now is fun. You know what I'm saying? Even though we had the bubble, but now you got football coming in. You got NFL tomorrow. So hey,
Do
it's
Clemson
gonna be
win tonight?
yeah, we win. I don't think we're gonna win by 33 or what they say we're gonna win by. I think we're gonna win by 21. You know.
Okay.
So
There's been already upset.
Hey, look, I'm not worried about that.
What's the upset?
I'm not worried. About
Iowa
that.
State.
That's not
Oh,
upset, bro.
okay.
Yeah, y'all should punish.
Yeah, we gonna run the ball down their throat. You know how to
Yeah,
throw the
y'all
ball
should.
too much. So.
Yeah, we're talking about college
and
this week.
And there's one right now going on
Yeah.
with Duke and Notre Dame.
Yeah, we had an upset. The Raging Cajuns, second time winning against a top 25 team all time. They beat Iowa State today. So
But they beat the first time.
I don't know. But shout out to my man Jalou, running back coach at the
They
Raging
beat
Cajuns.
Miami.
Shout out
That's
to
what they beat.
Then I
No,
tell you that.
it wasn't
right.
really.
We told
It
them
was.
that.
Yeah.
We lost to Louisiana Tech last year.
Louisiana Tech. Okay,
It
then.
was Louisiana
Okay.
Tech,
That's what I thought it
man.
was.
We ain't lose to the Raging Cajuns. Shout out to my dog Jalou.
What's
But
up?
we
I
not
think
losing to the
Florida State
Raging
almost
Cajuns.
lost to. I think Florida State almost lost to. They blocked the field goal.
No, we're not losing to the Raging Cajuns.
What's up, Jalou? We gotta get you on the podcast.
Yeah,
bro.
definitely, absolutely.
Yeah.
But definitely, Key, what you got for closing words, man?
Yeah, bro, it's been a great thing. Like Don said, bro, we got a lot going on. I'm gonna be interested in watching the tennis match tonight.
What you got tonight?
I'm going to how you pronounce
Osaka.
I'm going to Osaka.
She's playing right now.
She playing right now?
Yeah.
I might have to turn that to that. So you know what I'm saying? See my Lakers close out, bro. You know, we hadn't been back to the Western Conference Finals in 7 years, something like that.
Long time.
So you know, got the Saints tomorrow.
Good game.
You know, if it wasn't for COVID, I'd been in D.C., you know what I'm saying, getting my second line on here.
Always mess it up, man. Yeah, we supposed to be in Vegas next week, man.
I've been in Vegas next week.
We would have been.
Before you close out, man, let me ask you a quick question. This is going to be quick, man. What y'all thought about those contracts? I don't know if y'all talked about
Yeah,
this.
we haven't talked about
We
Dalvin and
Dalvin.
Kamara. That's a good
But
one.
I got one
Cooper
question.
Kupp
I got one more
paid
question.
too.
I got a question about that. Was y'all impressed by the guaranteed money for your boy?
For me,
Kamara?
I don't think it's a lot. Like you got what 34
30
million,
something,
30.
yeah.
So it's not that bad over a 5-year span.
With 15's guaranteed.
15 guarantee up front, right?
Yeah, signing bonus.
Signing bonus 15.
Okay.
So the rest of it you can spread it out.
Wow.
So I think it's a cap friendly deal for both people. He deserved it. He had 2 great good years. Last year he had the injury kind of slowed him down, but
Okay.
you know Dalvin, that one's kind of interesting, right? So Dalvin had the big year last year, right?
They got $28 million guaranteed.
Right. So Dalvin had the big year last year. So his first 2 years was very interesting with the hamstrings. It's gonna be interesting, you know, to see if he continues to stay healthy because I know he can produce, right? I'm expecting a big year out of Dalvin this year if he stay healthy.
Yeah.
If he's healthy, he's giving a big year. Like that's no doubt. I think both players definitely deserved it. As you can see, Kamara got more than Dalvin. Right? You know what I'm saying? He got 12. He almost, if you count this year, he got 14 million more than what Dalvin. And we had this argument a few shows ago.
Wait,
about
you said
that.
who got more?
He got 77 if you include this year, right? Total contract, 5 years,
Yeah,
70.
but Dalvin got more money.
No, but Dalvin
He
got.
got more guaranteed money.
No, he didn't.
Dalvin
He got 28. Kamara got 34.
Kamara's got 15 signing bonus.
No,
Everything's spread across that.
No,
last 5
it's
years.
guaranteed money is 34 million.
No, it's fair guaranteed.
And forget the
15.
signing. It's include the signing. It's 34.
No, look at the contract right now. It's guaranteed at 15.
No, it's not. He's not. So you telling me he got a 5-year deal,
No,
77 million,
it's
15 million
guaranteed,
guaranteed?
15.
He's not
I'm
signing
telling
that. No, he's not signing a 7. He's not
No.
signing a $77
5
million
years,
deal.
75 million, 15 million guaranteed per NFL.
That's a signing
network.
bonus.
No, his 5 years, 63 million, 28 million guaranteed.
No, it's not, though. I'm telling
I'm
you.
looking at it right now.
No,
What
that
do
is
I tell you?
absolutely a wrong. The boy got 15
I
million
don't know what
signing
wrong
bonus.
means. I don't know
The
what that
contract
means.
guarantee is 34 million.
I'm just
he got
telling you what
5 years.
Aaron Rappaport saying.
No,
Aaron
Aaron-
Rappaport says right here.
That is wrong.
5 years, 75,
that is
35
absolutely
years, 15 million
wrong.
guaranteed.
That no,
5 years,
15 million
63 million,
signing bonus.
28 million guaranteed.
No running back is signing that.
I'm just telling you what he
No,
said.
I would have declined that contract as soon as they
Dalvin
gave
Cook
it to
hasn't
me.
signed his contract yet.
No, Dalvin Cook got 5-year extension,
He hasn't
63
signed his
million.
contract yet.
Kamara might have just signed
He hasn't signed his contract yet.
Right, so
Are you going to say
So
that?
there you go, right? He got 34.
I know he got 34
I'm just telling you
million.
what Aaron Rappaport said.
No, he got 34.
No.
He got 34.
Total contract.
I'm telling you what Ian Rappaport said.
There you go right there.
I'm telling you.
So
somebody-
either way,
lying.
no, it ain't no.
Right there.
No, I know
That's
it.
guaranteed.
No,
That's
nobody's
Mike
signing
Triplett-
a
Mike Triplett
15
said-
million,
now, this is
only
what Mike
guarantee out of
Triplett said.
77 million.
Mike Triplett said
It's
it's
34.
for
I know it's
75
34.
million and a new money bringing the total value of Kamara's contract to 77.
That is, if you include this year, he getting $2 million.
Includes 34.3 million
Guaranteed. So you spread that over 5 years, and he getting 15 this
The
year.
average
I'm just
annual-
that's not bad.
Hold on. The average annual value of the extension is 15 million.
That's 15.
Matches-
Who
matches
cares
what
about the
Ezekiel-
value?
Yeah, matches
Right?
what
Nobody
Ezekiel
cares
signed.
about that. Right? Because he
I
might
don't
not.
think he's ever going to see that.
He's not going to
That's
see
what
it.
he
Right?
sees.
Right?
That's basically what I'm trying to say.
That's just
and
on
Westman
it.
has more guaranteed money up front, so he's going to see that 28 million.
Right. Even still, regardless, you get 34
I don't think
guaranteed.
AK. I think AK been signed a bad contract. He signed that
It's
new
not a
one,
bad
Ricky
contract.
Williams contract.
Who?
That's what he signed. That Ricky Williams contract.
No, you got 34 million
No,
guaranteed.
that's
That's the
what-
most you
that's
can
what-
get.
He
Dalvin
signed
only
that
get
new
28,
one.
so
He signed that. He
So
signed
how
that
Dalvin
new
gonna
one.
get a bad
That's
deal?
based on performance.
No, Dalvin got a bad deal if you call it that.
Hey,
He
man,
only got 28
Hey,
guaranteed
man,
out of
you the host
63.
today. Close it out, man.
So as we close out, Bo got a great deal. And we going to take this off air, and we're going to keep this thing going on Facebook Live so everybody can see the after show. Right?
They can't even hear you, man.
Yeah, they get me. Yeah, they get me.
Oh yeah.
So therefore, we're going to close it out, man. Jay, you got any closing words?
Oh no, man. I don't have anything else to include on that, man. Just both of those deals sound very fishy to me. Considering CMC deal was like 72 million with like a lot more guaranteed.
Fact.
And
That's a
16
fact.
per. So I mean,
That's
young
a fact.
fellas, you should realize that the value of the running back is how they value lives, black lives. So you should be very worried on getting your money and putting your foot down and making sure that you're taking care of your family and the communities that you're coming from.
Absolutely.
All right?
That's a fact, bro.
Yes,
We're going to
sir.
get out of here, baby.
It's like NBA Youngboy or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like NBA Terrible Boy. Yep. You gotta do it. You just stop recording.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes when you fade it out, at least you hear like the fade out.
Soccer, she got her head beat in the first game.
Oh, yeah.
Now she up 4-3 now.
That's a good match. 5-3.
Yeah,
So
so
she a
I mean,
five-
girl, a
yeah.
former champion, though.
Who out of the ranking?
Yeah.
Yeah, she a
Man, but if
5-3.
you ain't won but what 1 or 2 championships, I don't care if you a former champion. You ain't in that double digit.
Ashanti Samuel's son play? Damn sure.